Yo, what's up, everyone? This is episode 46 of the Blurred Podcast. As always, we have Green Tuner.
Hello.
Creamcast.
Hey, guys.
Dark Side.
Yo.
And myself, the Ed Underground Bay. How you guys doing?
Doing good.
Doing
good.
Yeah, not bad, man. Not bad.
It's episode 46. We're getting close to the 5-0.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we
Yes.
are.
Mhm.
Who would have thought we would have lasted this long?
Wow.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm flabbergasted. That's for sure. Oh, let me move my mic
Mhm.
closer to me. Jeez. Yeah, I'm actually flabbergasted that we made it this far. Yeah, because we are all busy in our own right, you know. And we started this in April of last year, you know, while it was still peak
Wait, are you
COVID
serious?
times. Yeah, it was
In
April.
April of
Mhm.
last year?
Yeah,
It's
last
been a year?
It's been a year.
Yeah, over a year doing
Wow.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy,
Oh.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, we've
Mhm.
never. Only thing we've ever been consistent in doing is like playing video games and being bums. Like that's the only thing
Mm.
we've ever been
No,
consistent as a
no.
group. And
I don't play many video games. I just own everything.
yeah, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that's true.
that's true.
That's not true at all.
Yeah, I was thinking about back in our younger days when we
Oh
were-
yeah, back in the day.
yeah, back in the day. But yeah, no, yeah, it's been a good year. So, yeah, about to be 5-0, 4 more episodes. So,
Mhm,
Damn.
mhm.
so how was you guys this week? What you guys do this week?
Well, you
Good.
know, just kept it real.
Kept
The real, what does
What
that
does that
mean?
mean?
What does that even mean?
That's just an open-ended thing you say. It really doesn't need to elaborate upon it.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, you keep it real.
Yeah.
Your reality.
It could go from extreme of like
Yeah, it could.
survived a murder spree, or like we just sat around. It's a wide gambit. So I kept it real.
Yeah,
Kept it real.
That's
Kept
very
it real.
wide, very
Mm.
wide and very vague. But hey,
Very.
I'm glad that you actually kept it real. That's
Thank you.
That's an important thing. That's a very important thing to do.
It is important.
So for the other important people on the panel, Green Turner, what did you do this week?
Oh, wait a minute.
Just survived the horrible downpour that we've been having.
Oh, yeah.
And Jesus, it was horrific.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like how bad? Like just has it been raining?
You couldn't
nonstop?
see outside.
Oh,
You could not.
For how long?
Yeah.
Was it just for
Like 2 days?
2 days?
Like 2 days, yeah.
wow, damn.
If there was points where like on the side of my house, it sounded like someone was scratching the siding.
Yeah, we
Jeez.
were under tornado watch over in Illinois for a little bit
Mm.
Okay.
this week.
Wow.
Weather's changing a little bit. So Chicago weather is typical roller coaster ride. It's freezing cold one day, then it's like 90 degrees the next day,
Yep.
and then it'll go right back to like snow. You walk out in the snow.
Like, what the
Well,
fuck?
that's happened a couple of times. We've been on a roller
It has.
coaster ride.
Yes, it has.
Well, I would say that Illinois is a state of extremes.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
either
yeah.
it's either super cold, it's super hot, or you're facing a tornado. There's really not many days like in between, and being like me being an Illinois native, I just remember like there's you celebrated the really nice days, like it's spring. You really enjoyed those days because they're kind of few and far in between, for sure. So
Yeah, like even now the spring is being pushed back because
Yeah.
when it's summer,
Mhm.
like hot ass summer, you can't even be outside. It's so damn hot.
Yeah, exactly.
It burns your skin off, or the cold is too cold, and so it's last week I was pretty close to finishing my temple
Mhm.
where I would sacrifice Ed the Virgin to the gods,
Wait a minute.
so
Nice, nice.
to stop the rains from coming in.
Yeah, I
That's why you invited me over that one day.
Yeah, I approve of that. I approve of that. I mean, hey,
I don't.
you gotta do what you gotta do for the greater good, man.
Wow.
Absolutely.
We have so little to offer, Ed. Come on.
What?
I just need a good warm day. I mean, it's
I have
worth it.
so much to offer, but
well, it'll
Exactly.
be so little blood. It'll be like you stab him.
Hey,
It'd be like a
drops.
tablespoon.
You'll give us a week of good weather. That'll be pretty good.
I would give you decades,
Decades? Okay, yeah.
but I
Okay.
ran away from this request to spontaneously come over.
Mm.
Yeah, the supposed barbecue.
Supposed, okay.
Yeah, but I was going to get barbecued apparently.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
Mhm.
I'm just like I said, most times when people sacrifice, somebody, it's usually for mini seasons, and I think you might give us like 2 days. I'm just saying.
An afternoon,
decades.
just a
Maybe
good
after-
afternoon is what we're getting for it.
They're like, I could do, you guys could have did better. I might give you like 2 hours. Enjoy the sun, and then that's it. You guys get a nice sunset. That's it. So,
Wow.
Ed, what'd you do this week? Anything important?
Nothing really important, just working. Unfortunately, I had to do some car repairs. Let's say the Illinois potholes are not the best. So yeah, so that happened.
Any pothole sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, but this one got it pretty good.
Talk to Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Oh, Milwaukee?
Yeah.
I don't even know about Milwaukee's potholes. But
Mm.
on a side note, last night I did some quick grocery shopping,
Nice.
and this is my
juice corner. I feel like it's coming.
sure.
You're gonna
let's
fight the
call
COVID
this-
with the OJ.
Will we be
Sure that.
disappointed? Will we be disappointed?
Well, you probably will because you're not a fan.
We will be disappointed.
Oh,
It's
okay.
something stupid. All right.
But this is
I know.
mine.
I know what he's gonna talk about. Okay.
This is my you know.
Yeah. I
He was
know.
grocery shopping and he picked something
Grocery
up. Keep
shopping.
in mind. Keep in mind.
So
Okay.
just
So it's not
casually
gonna be
shopping.
grocery related.
No, it's gonna be
So-
grocery related.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Oh,
It's just
actually.
casually grocery shopping and stepping upon a very, very nice gem here. And
Okay.
here it is for the listeners out there having to
Real.
find a Sonic the Hedgehog.
Ah, Jesus.
Yeah, I know. You saw how many of those are sitting around. I recognize that.
You do.
Yeah, and I think you know where you picked that up from.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I saw the floor.
Pallets and pallets of that.
I saw the floor, and I was like,
Cannot move that. So thank you.
I'm like, the floor looks
Uh,
very familiar.
Yeah. And Ed
What does it taste
he
like?
knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Do I?
Yeah.
What does
I
it taste
do.
like, bitch?
Yeah.
I haven't opened it yet. So
Oh,
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
so you're the opposite of Creamcast.
I was
no,
say,
I'm gonna snack upon it. I actually don't eat cereal.
What are you talking about? I ate my cereal.
Yeah,
my
he ate
cereal-
his cereal. Yeah.
Yeah, my cereal's
Mhm.
gone.
I don't have mine open yet. So
You don't eat cereal.
Well, you gotta keep it sealed. Keep it mint.
no, I'm gonna like
Yes.
crunch on
It's
it, but I'm not gonna
box.
like put some
You're gonna crunch on it or munch on it.
munch on it. That's what I meant.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna like put it in a bowl and some milk. I haven't like eaten cereal.
Why not?
I just noticed that eating cereal for me at least doesn't like my body per se.
You know what it
Like
is?
certain
Oh,
foods.
because you're a little bitch
Huh.
ass stomach.
Oh, is it the
Uh,
milk?
A little bit of
It's
cereal.
the milk.
Well, cereals are mainly for just full of sugar. So
Actually, yeah, we're not supposed to,
Yeah.
as humans, consume milk.
Yeah.
That's
Milk
why
is-
if you stop consuming milk or lactose for a couple of months and then you try it again, you'll get like the shits
yeah,
because we had to like force our bodies to be able to process milk.
I
and milk products.
I literally drink if I do milk.
But it does the body good. You're
I
saying they're
do-
alive?
Yeah, do
No, it
lactose. Do lactose free milk, and it will change your world. But
Yeah.
it is sweeter. Lactose milk is sweeter than regular milk.
Hmm.
So it's good. I mean, it won't give you the shits, but I mean, it's still milk. at the end
No,
of the day.
my milk
Oh,
comes
and
from a cow. Thank you
for
very
the
much.
for the listeners, I forgot to say
An
for the
American
listeners-
cow too.
He has
Let's
to
be
be
clear.
Rants.
has to be
Wow.
American.
Yeah.
For the listeners, I pulled
Those
up on
cows
the
better be
screen
free.
a Sonic
too
the
free.
Hedgehog. Hold on, I'm talking.
Just free enough.
A Sonic the Hedgehog cereal
Wait,
box.
so what kind of milk do you prefer, Dark Side? Like what's
Me?
the 2% vitamin D?
No, I like
What?
vitamin D whole milk because that's the most freest milk of all.
Is it?
Ah,
Yeah, yeah. It's
All right.
whole milk.
okay. All right, I'm sorry. What were you saying?
Oh, I was just saying for the listeners.
Yeah.
All right, so
That
great
it
to
was,
know. You know what?
Yeah. What's up? What is it?
For the listeners, it's just a Sonic the Hedgehog.
Wait, so like how many
ah.
bowls do you think you can throw down on a usual like
This is all because of Ed said,
cereal?
"Shut up, I'm talking." But if he hadn't said that, he wouldn't trigger green shooting tuna.
Yeah, pretty much. I've still heard about that comment.
Go ahead, Ed.
It's a
I'm
nice
just
box.
playing.
It's a nice
Go
box.
go
I
ahead.
know you are.
Go ahead.
It's a Sonic the Hedgehog cereal box. So yeah, I haven't eaten cereal in years.
So what's your favorite brand though? Like me
Brand?
personally, I think Cookie Crisps is, my main one.
Cookie Crisp, no.
Nah.
You know what? I would
wanna
have
go-
say-
I know I'm in the minority.
Yeah.
You want to go? I like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It's very sugary though.
is.
Nah, too powdery.
but the milk afterwards is awesome.
It is. There's actually.
I drink the milk because I have to, but I've never been a fan of drinking.
No way,
the milk.
man. The cinnamon
shut
toast
the
crunch
fuck
milk
up.
is so
Guys,
good.
Shut the fuck up.
Or like
Let Ed say what he wants to say. He's been
Cocoa
trying to
Oh,
talk.
he was talking. I'm sorry.
someone
were
was
you
talking.
talking?
I didn't
Yeah,
realize.
someone was
You guys are
talking.
assholes.
Yes.
I hate you guys.
Anyways, so you can
Yeah,
actually
okay.
two
ahead.
things. You
Please
can
subscribe
actually
to us.
buy.
Have you ever tried the Aldi knockoff brand for the cinnamon toast crunch? It's not that far
No.
off from the regular cinnamon toast. No,
You don't
No.
want to
okay.
dabble in the off-brand for
in
certain
the
ones.
off-brand market. I mean, that's what I
Yeah.
grew up with, off-brand mark. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, now
All right,
that
no,
we
for
have
real,
the
okay.
ability to, I think we
Yeah, that's
talked
true.
about I think we talked about this, the mascots, cereal mascots growing up, like the what was the name of that damn frog? The Sugar Smacks frog?
Sugar Smacks. Yeah.
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 That's
What
it, yeah.
I remember you and I, we had real fond memories of Sugar Smacks.
Yeah.
And then I saw it in the cereal aisle and I was like, oh yeah, Sugar Smack. And I bought it just as nostalgia.
Gross.
What a sugary, gross mess of how do kids eat this? Like there needs to be a little bit of a balance.
We all
I think
ate it.
now they're balancing.
Cinnamon
more.
Toast Crunch, I don't know. It is sugary, but it, like I told you, it's there. That milk afterwards is
Yeah.
delicious. Delicious.
I don't know. My mom was super cheap, so we never got. It was like a treat to get like a brand name cereal. We always got like the shitty knockoffs, or even we got like the cereal that came in bags. Remember?
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know
the
what? I think
knockoffs.
my mom, I think, liked cereal, so we got good cereal because she liked cornflakes. So we were a big cornflakes. I always had good cornflakes and bananas.
Corn or frosted?
They're great.
No frosted.
Just cornflakes? Oh, gross.
My mom just likes cornflakes. So as I said, we got name brand. It just wasn't like
The shitty one.
The kid, yeah,
The one.
it's not the
thing
kid
is,
preferred name
Ed
brand.
said the wrong one though. He just said it's great. That's Frosted Flakes, dude. Like,
Oh,
oh my god! Like, how do you?
I'm
not
thinking
know
of the real
difference?
thing.
No,
What are you
no,
talking
no,
about?
no,
No, the
no. The real
cornflakes
thing
was
is
with
the cornflakes. Yeah.
Corn- Cornflakes was
the
the rooster.
rooster.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
rooster.
That's the one that what's his name? Kellogg or whatever. He actually made that cereal to make
stop people
teens
from
less
mash-
horny.
Oh,
Yeah.
What?
he did,
Yep.
he
Yeah,
did.
believe it or not, that's why it was
Yeah.
created. That's why it's so bland, because he
Yeah.
believed that making that taste profile would
Made people
lessen the
horny.
horniness of
Yeah.
people.
But he never counted on me eating cornflakes my entire life. It did the opposite.
Yeah,
So it was just fucking hard as a rock. While
I
he
just
was
ran
eating his
upstairs after my
London versus
cornflakes.
morning
Yeah.
cereal.
He used to literally balance the bowl on his penis.
Yeah. Yeah.
While eating the
That's the
cornflakes.
problem.
Yeah,
He
that's
would
the problem.
spin the plate.
Spin the plate around. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely crazy.
All right, now I'm playing it. So all right, now for real, what's the Sonic
Yeah,
thing?
right. But what's the what?
The Sonic thing you were showing us.
It's got to pass now. It's a Sonic
Oh,
cereal
don't be shy.
box.
It's okay.
I'm not shy to say
You
it,
can
but
describe it.
and that's a Sonic cereal box.
Don't be
Just
shy.
there's rings, Sonic shaped marshmallows, and
Mhm.
Those are not Sonic shaped marshmallows.
Yeah, that's not a Sonic
It's
shaped
supposed to
They're
be.
marshmallow.
star shaped
They're
marshmallows.
just star
and,
shaped.
yeah.
You think that
Was
looks
it
like
gem?
Sonic?
None of those
Yeah,
look
supposed
like
Well, they have the
Sonic.
Chaos Emeralds. They have the Chaos
Well, the
Emeralds.
gem, yeah, the
Emerald,
gem
thank
makes
you.
sense, but the star,
Yeah.
where's the star reference in Sonic?
you know what? I don't think there is any star reference.
Exactly.
Oh, no,
This is
no,
a
no, that's
bullshit.
right. No, Ed is right. Ed
It
is
says
right.
Sonic marshmallows.
Yeah, it does have. You see how?
Oh, it's the
top,
spin move.
No. You see at
No,
the
no,
top
no.
of the top of the marshmallow has like the
Yeah.
pointy has like the
Ears
pointy
or
ears.
spikes?
whatever.
Ears?
Yeah, it's a very
Really?
it's a very loose interpretation.
What? I don't see it.
That's a reach. That's a real reach.
It
That is a
says
gigantic
Sonic
reach.
marshmallows.
Yeah.
It looks like somebody got
No,
drunk
no,
at the factory.
I
It was
know
supposed
that's
to
what
hit
the
star.
box says, but I'm saying the actual shape that doesn't look like Sonic.
I don't think it looks like Sonic either, but what else would it be? There's no
Hey,
stars
hey,
per se in the Sonic
Guys,
lore.
Yeah.
don't burst Ed's bubble. He thinks he's eating Sonic.
Wow.
This is the closest that he's ever going to get to be eating Sonic. So
Mm.
let him enjoy his Sonic rings and
Mm.
his Sonic marshmallows, and just
Yeah.
leave that man alone.
Yeah.
alright?
Oh my
Wait,
goodness.
what's your
Alright, well-
favorite cereal? Ed? I know it's gonna be a bad choice.
Well, I would
already
have to
know it.
say all real berries or whatever it's called.
Are you talking about the Captain
that's
Crunch?
the-
All
Berries?
berries?
Crunch.
All berries.
Oh god, that is so gross.
I
It
dislike
is?
Captain Crunch. I'm not
No,
a fan
the
of it.
thing is,
I
I
like
dislike
Captain Crunch, and I like
but I like
Captain
the all
Crunch
berries.
with the berries. I don't like the old berries.
I like the all berries. I would sometimes literally just eat the berries in the Captain Crunch cereal, and not eat all the what is it called,
the Captain Crunch stuff.
Yeah, the tan ones or whatever.
Yeah,
I'll just eat the berries.
Huh.
But speaking about cereals, there's an actual cereal bar in downtown where you can actually have cereal flavored milk or cereal itself, and sometimes you can put the cereal in the shakes or the drinks. And it's super sugary. You can't finish it, but that exists. It's in Chicago. So
I mean,
okay,
yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. That's a shitty cereal for sure. I'm not saying. Hey, look, I mean,
all real berries.
What do you mean?
What,
oh yeah, the berries. Yeah, the berries. Like,
all berries.
It's a crappy cereal for sure. Like
I like it.
I mean, you like it. I mean, granted, you probably. When's the last time you actually ate it? Let's
See, that's the thing. I haven't eaten cereal in years. More than 5 years. So.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking like, Ed, you do realize like we're in our 30s, so I'm thinking like you're talking about like, well, I haven't eaten in years. I'm thinking like, damn,
maybe
like,
I was like 30, 10
like
years,
20 years ago. But you're talking about like, yeah, yesterday. I haven't eaten since yesterday, but this was so long ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you still have your childlike taste. I get it. You haven't evolved into the next stage of male evolution.
I have evolved. I don't even eat cereal. Cereal is beneath me.
Okay. You probably don't eat anything right now. That's why you say this thing. I think you lied to us. You act like you eat a lot, but you really don't. I think you don't eat all day. And you just eat around us, and they be like, "Holy shit, Ed puts away a lot of food."
Wait, Dark Side and Green Tuner, was I not eating food before we started live?
No.
Are
you?
Lies. I was eating food before we were going live.
I'm saying you eat around us, but you actually don't eat outside of that.
I definitely eat outside of that.
I don't believe you.
I probably eat more than you guys. It doesn't go anywhere for me.
I don't believe it. You can't. There's no way you can be that skinny. No way you can be that skinny.
I'm not that skinny.
You are. Ed.
I weigh less than you three, I would say.
Yeah. I mean, that's a given.
Yeah, absolutely. That's obvious. But no, for I think the best cereal, honestly, hands down, I don't think anybody can complain about this, is Frosted Mini Wheats. 100% Frosted Mini Wheats, best cereal, or Honeycombs. Easy.
Honeycombs, I can sort
Honeycombs
of
I might give you, but
Frosted Mini Wheats?
No way.
What?
No way. Good Lord.
Teacher sped over here. What?
I know, yeah.
The semi-healthy cereal.
You're talking about my all real berries?
If you ever get the variety pack, like when you're a kid of the cereals?
Yeah.
Guess what one I tossed away right away?
Yeah, that was the last one that you ate.
You know it.
No,
if you eat it.
Yeah, man, you guys, you gotta update your palate, as you get older. And you're,
Ed's lost a lot of respect.
Palate would definitely be updated in the bathroom.
Ed's over here eating all berry crunch.
Hey,
Syed is, doing smack in the bathroom,
crushing it and snorting it.
Yeah. He's doing smack in the bathroom, and then Green Tuner, I don't know what you eat cereal out of bags, so
pretty much
it doesn't come with no cardboard. The cardboard is in the cereal. That's what they do.
It adds too much to the retail price. It needs to be just the bag.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I've had struggle cereal for sure. It's in like on a pallet. It's on the pallet in the middle of the store, just like throwing all the plastic bags.
You buy it by the pound.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I've had struggle cereal, but
yeah.
I mean, so we got a comment. Don Zito as the Underground. How's the Sonic cereal taste?
Oh, so I actually did not taste it yet, but I might taste it during my live stream on Friday. But I'm gonna eat it with no milk though, so I don't know how it's gonna taste yet. I don't eat cereal. I haven't eaten cereal in years, so
I'm just gonna go ahead and take a guess. That'll be disappointing.
Yeah.
I think it'd be bland. I mean,
I think it's gonna taste like corn syrup.
It is Sonic, so
like cereal marshmallows.
Wait a minute. Wait. Speaking about Sonic, Dark Side, didn't Sonic make what 105 million?
105 million. That's nothing.
Yeah, that is nothing.
It's the highest grossing video game movie.
No, 105 million is nowhere near. That's not even like a theater makes 105 million. Get out of here.
Sure.
Look it up.
Probably messed up the figure.
Nah, that's accurate. 105 million.
It's the highest
What?
grossing.
Yeah, that's 105 million. That's what he said.
Yeah, he says
Come on.
105 million.
105.
Am I wrong?
100 million.
Lay it back. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
At 100 million, it's not that much.
What,
105.
is that total?
100.
Is that total, Ed, or is that just for?
Might be more.
Is that for the
weekend? I want to know. I forgot.
So where's the number? What's the number signify?
Total.
Oh, that's nothing then.
Total? Then yeah, it's not good.
It's not good.
It's
the highest grossing video game movie ever.
I mean,
it's beaten. Go on.
I said even Fantastic Beasts.
Am I wrong?
Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah,
made that in the weekend.
I said
that's what I'm saying.
Grossing video game movie.
Total.
Of all time.
Of all time?
Are you guys doing the research for Ed? Don't do the research for
I'm
Ed.
just saying. There's a guy I know. He put like a list in our chat one time, and I could tell you, it's very wrong.
Yeah,
total 105 million.
Ed, you're sounding
150 million. 150 million.
Total. 150 now. Even that is not enough to be total.
That is not
enough. I'm sorry.
All I'm saying is it's
Green Trader, are you looking at the
just
total?
Google it, right? Yeah. Depends on when the article was written.
But let's just use the article posted from our that mysterious stranger that visited us in the chat.
I would have to look. I don't want to scroll through it.
All right, you know what? I'll look it up real quick.
I'm looking it up right now.
Just give us. You said 105 million. That was your context.
150, 150,
or 150.
And yes, Cascade. I am not wrong.
No, he's not wrong.
No, because it says here that it's total.
That's what I said.
323 million.
How much?
Guys, I said total there.
323.
Oh, so that's more.
300 and what?
23.5.
That's the total
323.
On the article that I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Of Sonic
the Hedgehog 2.
So 323, 323 million.
Well, you said at 150.
So that was back then. This is now. So hey, it's even better.
No, I think. So you think that's the number one total?
It's been said it's the number one of a video game movie in the U.S. of all time.
Look it up real quick here.
Okay, so I looked it up. It's now. So now, globally, Sonic 2 has a...
No, don't put any details in there. He said total.
Okay,
I did say total.
I'm looking at the number one video game movie of all time here, and go ahead.
Since April 28th, it has made 290 million globally.
It has made. Nice.
Yeah, it has made. It's currently sitting.
That's nice.
It's currently sitting at 290 million globally. That was 6 days ago. So, and the thing is that
that's 200 and what? 90. What did you say?
No, it's at 150.
It's at 150. Then you said what? 200.
So it made more. When I posted it.
No, and what you were saying is that it beat the 150 that it made domestically, surpassed the 140 million that the original Sonic made. So that was where you got the 150 from.
It's domestic.
Yes.
Domestic.
So,
okay.
I mean, he's
internationally, worldwide. Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, you're still way at the bottom here. So, just giving you context, buddy.
Oof.
Still,
for example, number 6 on this list shines for me. Prince of Persia, $365,676 million dollars.
Wow.
Worldwide.
Yeah,
that's number 6 on the list. We don't need to go any further on the list. But good for Sonic. Good for Sonic.
GameSpot article.
What is that?
GameSpot.
What about GameSpot?
Just the highest grossing video game movies.
Oh, you're reading off of GameSpot right now?
Look,
okay.
The Angry Birds movie worldwide, 352 million. And that's number, what did I say? 4.
Yeah.
Good for Angry Birds.
Yep.
Oof. And number 1, I mentioned it before.
Yep, did.
I mentioned one movie basically did
Mario?
so well in China that it just broke records.
World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft.
Oh.
Highest grossing video game movie.
Yeah.
Of
all time.
But I mean, I think what they're saying
400
is
million. Over 400 million.
Well, I think what they're saying is that when they're talking about the amount of money that Sonic has made. It's
so
not,
far.
It's not adjusted either.
No, I think what the thing that Ed is referencing is, and he's not wrong, it's the highest grossing domestic video game.
Okay.
Yes,
all right, that makes more sense.
Which might be which is probably true.
Yeah.
No, it is true. I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, domestic is way higher. Holy crap. Yeah, 148.
Sonic was a huge
domestically.
Success. You'll only hear it here. This
it was only
huge...
tied by Sonic.
Yeah, Sonic. Yeah,
Sonic 1.
Yeah, it beat Sonic 1. So it is definitely a big movie in the United States. So congratulations to the Sonic team.
Good for Sonic. Good for Sonic.
Not to Ed, because Ed,
definitely to Ed.
Ed is acting like he created the movie. Like he is saying no, Ed. You're a fanboy. That's what it is. You're a fanboy.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Sonic.
Yeah, no, well, you're a little bit more. I think you're more like a Rule 34 fan.
Doubtful.
Oh, there you go. Number 10, Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider.
Hey. They really need to do
a old school Tomb Raider?
A sequel to that. The one that we like with Alicia Vikander.
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah.
So we got a comment from Cascade. He said he heard that the KI movie made $1 trillion.
Heck yeah.
That is true.
I wonder who spread that rumor.
I spread no rumors.
An article he found on KIFans.com.
Yeah.
There you go.
Exactly. Ed, as we all know, if you're an avid listener to the Blurred podcast, Ed is a huge, overwhelmingly. What's a good word to describe?
I'm just a humble fan.
Enthusiast?
I'm just a humble fan.
No, sycophant.
He's a sycophant for sure.
I'm just a humble fan.
Yeah. Okay, if you say so, man. If you say so. But yeah, no, Sonic. No, like I said, congrats to the Sonic movie. Nobody thought we would get here, especially the initial viewing of Sonic and how they changed things. Because the fact is, like, when you have to change a lot, when you have a movie that's mostly CG, like with like the main character is mostly CG, to change them and to do all these updates to scenes and so forth, like they did. I mean, that's a huge undertaking, and that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money invested in something that really you're going off a hunch of what fans want, and the fact that they turn it around and actually produce something that looks really good, and then they were able to mimic that success for the second one. Big kudos to that team.
They listen to the fans.
Well, always listening to the fans doesn't always work out. There are more than enough examples of listening to the fans when it bites you in the ass.
I think in this case,
so it's like
I would give us an example, Green Tuner.
Yeah.
Star Wars, what's it called? The one that everyone hated. Everyone was like, "Oh no, Disney,
the recent 3?
No, don't put your hands into whatever. Let the director take charge." And Disney was like, "Okay, we'll let the director take charge." What was it? The second movie, they let the director write it, direct it, everything, and everyone hated it. So now they had to go back to what everyone was complaining about, where they Disney-fied it.
They Disney-fied it from the first sequel.
That I would say the listening to the fans is probably the third film, is because they doubled back on
and everyone also didn't like the third movie. Now I think about it,
the third movie is
there's
more
like a no-win
reviled than the second movie because it's a hot mess.
There's a no-win situation.
There's so many.
It just, you have to have someone that listens to the fans enough, and then can make it work. It's like Lord of the Rings, right? Peter Jackson admitted he wasn't really a Lord of the Rings fan when he made it. Like, he was aware of the books, but he was not an uber fan. And it turned out great because they had a new take on it. If it had been made by someone that was listening to the fans, who knows what we might have gotten.
Yeah, that's true.
But I think they need to listen to the fans for Star Wars.
Yeah, but I think he became an uber fan in the process.
In the process, but not beforehand. So that's what I'm saying. Always being a super fan of something doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to make a good product. It's not a requirement.
That's true.
It's not a requirement. Another one that comes to mind is the J.J. Abrams Star Trek reboot. I know you guys like it. He wanted to make Star Wars, right? That was his thing. Yeah. That's why he got to make Star Wars. But this was his door into walking into that world. But he was not a fan. He was very open about not being a fan of Star Trek.
Well, the Star Trek movies that he made were basically Star Wars.
Star Wars, yeah.
There was nothing Star Trek about it.
Yeah.
So, and now that's what we have. Like, have you guys watched any of the new shows, the Star Trek shows?
No, I haven't.
No. There's one coming out that I want to watch. The new one. Yeah.
I've only watched a few episodes, but they're horrible. It's the same thing. They grab Star Trek used to be like science and like a lot of dialogue and problem solving and everything. All the new ones is like shooting, murder, space battles, a billion ships shooting at each other. So basically now, because of the success of the movies, now Star Wars is just, Star Trek is Star Wars, basically.
I have to agree with that.
Yeah, I think with the Star Trek, I think we talked about before, Star Trek was mostly meant for a new generation coming in. So, you always got to take risk. And I think, take risk and you got to do something new to break out of the mold because, I wouldn't say Star Trek is necessarily a dying fan base, but it is definitely an aged one for sure. So I think eventually it will happen.
It is.
Star Trek is definitely a product of its time. So like the technology needed to shoot that show lend itself to more cerebral stories and less effects heavy stories. And they leaned into that. But as technology is giving them license to make those Star Wars-esque sequences, it kind of dumbs down the product, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, talking about that, it's also a good point where, I think it's coming to a point where storytelling, I think we're getting to a point where we're not as wowed by CG anymore, where it was all big explosions and just seeing what you can feel on the screen. The J.J. Abrams effect.
Yes.
So with
lens flares everywhere.
I was just about to say that. Yeah, lens flare every 3 seconds.
Yeah. So I think we're getting to a point. I think I think you bring up a dark side. Jeez. I think you bring up a good point. Doxed. I think you bring up a really great point though, that the older shows had to focus on science and focus on the imagination more so than special effects. So I think now we're at a point where we're getting past a lot of the special effects to an extent. So we are kind of wanting to see like back to its original roots again and so forth. So but yeah, no, so we have a few comments. I don't know. So Cascade says, what did the fan want in episode 9? I don't know what that means.
Episode 9. Is that the?
What did the fans want in episode 9?
Which one is that? Star Wars.
I think they wanted to return to what made Force Awakens a success. Yeah, well, like Force Awakens was generally considered likable by everyone.
No, the second one was not the same movie.
It was it was a rehash,
like the original. It was the rehash.
Yeah, it was a rehash.
Same everything.
You brought back people's heavy on nostalgia. Like most people like Force Awakens. So when the second one came out,
I
didn't like it.
But
most people liked it.
Though
most people liked it.
I thought it was fine.
Yeah, I thought it was fine too. It was like designed to appeal to everyone.
That's mass appeal.
Mass appeal is very simply, like I said, played heavy on nostalgia. Is basically a rewrite of A New Hope. And so the second one was a wild turn. I think it was like creatively it was a good direction to go in, but it just didn't sit well with a lot of people, and I understand why. And then so they kind of panicked on the third one. So the episode 9 is like they screwed up the whole story. Like
remember, he didn't even know what he was doing.
Well, whatever the case is, he didn't know what he's doing. So they had to I'm sure, here's the thing. If you turn in a direction, you follow the direction. So when they didn't turn in that, they didn't complete, whether or not you know where you're going, you continue the turn. Otherwise it gets into a whole huge mess.
I'm pretty sure he knew where he wanted to go. It's just they didn't follow his path. And I'll be honest, I did enjoy the second one out of the new ones the most. Just because it was so fresh. Johnson, it was so fresh compared to all that other stuff.
Rian Johnson is probably, of anyone who's directed a Star Wars movie, he's the best. He's like the most talented, he's the best in terms of just on paper. And his other films are outstanding. So I'm sure he had some direction he was going in, and it just, even I'm not a fan. So, I can't say that I knew what the direction was. But that hard right turn, like when you take a left turn, keep going left. Otherwise, you're jerking it back right.
And they're trying to recon.
What happened to all these other people? A big old mess. Didn't make any sense.
Well, speaking of Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys catch the new ObiWan trailer?
Ed Underground, did you look at that segue and just take some notes there? So
I did look at the segue. It wasn't it wasn't corny enough, but I do appreciate the
Okay.
Whoa,
We get
wow.
there.
Well, hey, I'm glad that you're being, honest about the segue, because it wasn't corny. It was actually really good. And I'm very proud of Green Tuner for that. Yeah, I did
Good
watch the
job.
new ObiWan trailer, and it was really, really cool. I have a lot of hope for it. Honestly, it doesn't feel not Mando. It doesn't feel Book of Boba.
Boba Fett.
Bobish.
It doesn't feel Bobish.
Respect.
Yeah, it doesn't feel Bobish, which is good.
Looks way more cinematic than Boba.
Yeah,
it
they
looks
really
way more
put some
cinematic.
time into it.
It gives me. I would say it even looks better than Mando, to be honest.
Looks like a film.
Yeah, it looks like a film, and that's the cool thing about it.
It does look like a film.
It looks like it was a film. It's kind of like the Snyder cut, kind of, where they break it down to episodic, parts. So it seems like they did a movie and they just broke it down into six parts.
6 parts.
Yeah. They're like, okay, we can't put out 6 hour movie, so let's make a 1 hour episode for each one. I don't know if it's gonna be an hour, but it looks very, very cinematic for sure.
Who's the blue guy? Does anyone know?
Blue guy?
I don't know much about Star Wars. Who's the new Sith?
He's from Sith. There's no blue guy.
Yeah, the bluish white guy.
Was he wearing all
I don't
black?
know, some kind of alien guy. The one that the other Sith is with.
Oh,
the
I
female
don't think I
Sith.
paid that much attention.
I didn't pay that much attention to it.
I didn't see a blue
Really?
guy in the
Well,
Obi-Wan.
he might. I'm saying blue, but it's like a baby blue. It's like a very light blue.
Like blue skinned?
Yeah, blue skinned.
Oh,
There
it
is
could
a
be
guy that is
Grand
blue-skinned.
Admiral Thrawn.
Yeah,
Is that his
but
name?
He's
He's
the
basically the alien that's the main villain. It looks like he's gonna be the main villain, aside from the female Sith.
Was he
Well,
bald?
He's in the trailer.
Yeah, but I didn't see a blue guy in the trailer.
Okay,
Yeah,
maybe
neither did
white, white skinned guy.
Okay, so I forgot his
Literally
name,
white
but-
chalk skin.
The Grand Inquisitor.
Yes.
Is that his name?
The Grand
Yes.
Inquisitor. Yeah.
Okay, the Grand Inquisitor. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Bald guy. Yeah. I think it's his white skin, right?
Yeah,
He has white
Is
skin.
it white
Pale
skin?
skin? Yeah.
White and red skin. Yeah.
Yeah. White-
my bad. It
red
came
markings.
blue through my monitor for some reason.
Is it a white dress? Is it a gold dress? We
That's
understand
true.
things.
Wait, so it's an Inquisitor just like in the Spanish times? They're trying to convert people to Sith?
Yeah.
And
Oh.
Yeah,
find
no,
out
they're hunting down Jedis.
Yeah.
They're like Inquisitors. So like that was in the game, the video game, right? Wasn't that in?
It was in a
Ed
video
Underground?
game. It's also in the
series.
One
Yeah,
of the 3D
the-
series.
Yeah, the Rebels, I believe. Right?
I think so. It's one of the.
Yeah.
It's where the one with Anakin's in there.
So yeah, they're these they're like I don't want to call them.
They're Jedi
sub-Sith.
hunters.
Yeah, they utilize Jedi weapons, but they're not like they don't have Force abilities.
Oh,
Right.
that's why he has the Sith with him?
I think so. I think they're just
they have
like
force abilities,
they do have Force abilities.
They have Force
okay.
abilities, yeah.
All right.
but they're not as maybe as keen to like other ones. They don't have enough metachlorians or whatever. I don't know.
You got it. Midichlorians there.
But there's a male and female Inquisitors. So
I thought she was a Sith. I didn't think she was an Inquisitor.
No, there's the only Sith are Vader and the
Palpatine.
Emperor, and I guess like Darth
Why does she
Maul,
have
he's
a
not
lightsaber then?
excommunicado. The Inquisitors have lightsabers.
Yeah.
Oh my! Okay, I just assumed she was a Sith because of the red lightsaber. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not invested in that part of the Star Wars lore, but it's like I said, played the what's the name of the video game? Star Wars what?
Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, which is
Fallen
really
Order.
Fallen
Yeah,
Order.
great game, but that's
Yeah.
great like story that fills in around the gaps around this time. So it's very
okay.
interesting.
good. Yeah, I hope they kind of tie in somehow. This with Obi-Wan somehow.
I hope it stands alone. I really don't want it to
Yeah,
tie into
no.
other shit.
Let's
Look,
not charge it too
if,
much.
if Star Wars loves doing something, is tying everything together, because God forbid they try to go in an original direction.
Yeah.
As this newest trailer showed, they have to show fucking Darth Vader,
I mean,
because
yeah,
God forbid they
shocking.
don't show
Yeah.
him. Yeah.
Are you not excited though?
No, I've seen him too many times.
But
Well, it's
I
gonna be
saw him
him.
in Rogue
Yeah.
One.
Yeah, I think he's
Yeah.
just
For some
saying,
reason, he had to be in Rogue One.
let's move
Yeah.
away from the Luke storyline. People are, move away from Luke, move away from Darth Vader. Let's get some original. Like, you have a whole universe. Like, you have a galaxy far, far away. Like, you have plenty of characters and opportunity to build new lore. I think that's what.
Well, they've been doing that. Mandalorian. They tried it with Boba Fett, I guess, but
Mandalorian did it great. Exactly.
Yeah,
I wish they could keep going in that direction.
Yeah, but I'm happy to see Vader and ObiWan, Hayden Christensen come back as Vader. I don't know how much of a role he'll be in there, but it's good to see him back. I think he's that was one.
I
don't
even know if that's Hayden Christensen. You said that, and I'm like, why would they get Hayden Christensen? He's not even the right build for Vader.
Yeah.
Well, this is like not young Vader, but getting into that age Vader.
Wait, Vader doesn't grow like a baby.
He doesn't grow. He's like
he's like all robotic parts. That's why he's bigger.
He's 90.
He's bigger. He's already
the
in
only
his
thing that
Vader
ages
form.
is his face, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, in the comics, in the I forgot what kind of tank that it's called, but you see Vader with his armor off. It's just his torso up, and you see his face. You see his the disfigured body.
Yeah, but it's like Frankenstein. He's bigger. He's like bigger because of the augmentation done to him. Hayden Christensen. So they literally use a different actor, to show that difference.
I get that.
That's why I'm like, why did they put Hayden Christensen in the Vader outfit? I mean, like even in episode 3,
they hired Hayden Christensen to just put a helmet on him.
Yeah, something like why?
Well, the thing is, they've done that. I mean, let's talk about they've done that in other movies as well. So it's not like it's a.
But in episode 3, it was concept. David Prowse. Like when they needed to shoot the Vader scenes, they just got the main guy back again. Maybe that's more of a tip of the hat.
But also in the comics, there's one comic where Vader is in some kind of like spiritual world or whatever, and he's you see his spirit body trying to bring Padme back to the living. And you see him clearly without his suit. They might do something with that. And there's been other.
Yeah, if they have a scene where like it's Hayden Christensen as like Anakin Skywalker, then it makes a lot of sense.
I think they would.
Yeah, in that case, then it makes a lot of sense. But if it's like Creamcat said, it's like, why would they pay him to put a helmet on him? It's just.
I think it's more to that. I think it's more to
get any guy to like. He doesn't even need to. He doesn't even need to.
You can save a lot of money by just putting someone
give
else in the suit.
James Earl Jones more money. I mean, like who's doing the heavy lifting here?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, why would you bring Hayden Christensen back if you're just going to put a helmet on him? They're going to do more.
Maybe he'll be part of like flashback scenes or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they can work him in that way.
Or he'll just be like Master Chief and just take off his helmet throughout the whole time.
Maybe he just walks around with it.
I mean,
fans will love that.
But let's be realistic though. If they had Hayden Christensen as Vader, I mean, are you guys really going to care? I mean, no one's really going to care.
No.
Like, oh my God, Vader's not the correct proportion to how big. I mean, if they keep his mask on, which I'm saying they won't.
Yes, they will care. You're acting like, oh yeah, Star Wars fans are like crazy people. Yeah, they will care.
You're right.
No.
Star Wars
especially
fans will
Star
care.
Wars fan. They're horrible.
Star Wars.
The reason I'm saying this, is because they're like Vader is distinctly taller and a different build, and it's like they paid attention to that in every version of Vader we see.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you bring out a good point.
I don't know. Yeah. I'm just saying it's just a weird choice, and I think we're all like thinking the same thing. So I'm sure there's got to be some
like
Anakin
flashbacks.
I mean, we'll see. It's going to come out in a couple weeks.
May
or they're just tossing Hayden Christensen money, and they're like, "Hey, just want to get in the suit, and we'll just hobbit this thing."
Yeah. like you're really going to have one scene of your face, and then that's it. We're done, and that's going to get enough people excited. I mean, we'll see.
It's going to look like Dark Helmet from
Spaceballs.
Wow. So the proportions are all messed up.
Right.
But he actually stopped acting, I think, after he did Star Wars. There was another movie he did, but it was a low budget movie. After that, he stopped acting and he just lived a normal life because I think he got so much hate for playing Anakin. A lot of people didn't like him playing as Anakin back in the day.
Okay, no. You want to know, and I keep bringing this poor person up. You want to know someone that really got destroyed
Jar Jar.
by a movie?
Jar Jar.
No.
He did, though.
Sure. Yeah, I guess. No.
Jake Lloyd.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talk about someone that was just reviled and was
fucking kid
getting like hate mail and death threats as a child for making a movie. So That's the perfect case of someone that was completely destroyed by the community.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not like
That's what I'm saying. You hire
one is
Jake
better than
Lloyd
the
in the
other.
movie, that'd be good.
I'm not saying one's better than the other. I'm just saying that he got a lot of hate for playing Anakin back in the day, and it kind of led him to the side.
Star Wars is like a curse.
Wow.
It's like
a
Jake
curse.
Lloyd has not. He has not. He has
aged
not
well.
acted well. He hasn't aged well. Yeah, he doesn't have a very marketable
No.
face.
No, not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore. But the funny thing is, yeah, he has not acted since episode 1.
Yeah,
at all. That was in 1999. And then he did some stuff like for video games, I believe. Yeah, some video game stuff. But that's it. All he plays is young Anakin in video games up to 2002, and then he's had a rough life.
He's had a rough life.
Rough. But then Hayden Christensen. I mean, I'm gonna take a look. I'm looking at his.
He had a post Star Wars career.
Yeah, I remember there was some kind of heist movie he was in, wasn't he?
Yeah, no, Jumper was. I like Jumper.
I'm still to this day that Jumper.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
I've never watched it.
Oh, that's such an awesome sci-fi movie.
I'll have to watch it.
Jumper is underrated.
Yeah. Let me see.
Creamcast, do you know there was a spin-off TV show of Jumper on YouTube?
Really?
What?
And it was good. I watched it for a bit.
Official?
It's official in the universe, but it doesn't involve any of the characters. But it was a real cool, like I watched 2 episodes of it and I was like, this is way better than it should be.
Wow. After this, you're gonna have to send me a link for that.
So it was like Cobra Kai, basically.
It was in the same class as Cobra Kai when they launched. Everything was part of Cobra Kai was one of them.
Yeah, I mean, I remember with Jumper, it was funny with Jumper. I had the DVD at the time, and they had at the end like a little featurette of storyboards for Jumper 2. And they were taking this shit to the White House, jumping the president,
jumping all over the place.
Yeah, at one point there was a jumper that was powerful enough to jump to the moon, and was able to jump people to the moon and shit and kill. That's how he was killing people. Like there's a lot of cool shit that, I mean, Jumper is. I honestly wish that was a movie that they brought back, because it was such a cool sci-fi concept, and it was executed, I thought, very well. Samuel L. Jackson was. This is like right before Samuel L. Jackson kind of blew up, really, in the sci-fi world. And I mean, granted, he had been Mace Windu, I think, at this point. But yeah, this was really, really cool. I really wish that he had kept going. But Hayden Christensen has been doing work since episode 2, episode 3. So Hayden Christensen has. I mean, I don't think he's been that hated overall.
No.
So.
Well, people started to love him after the 3 sequels that came out. Like after that, they loved episode 1, 2, and most of people like 3. I love 3.
Yeah. Oh, he did voice acting for episode 9 as well. I didn't know that. The Rise of
Skywalker. He was in
it. He was right at the end. They did the part where Rey went OP.
A lot of like actors were in that. There's a lot of voice credits for that.
Yeah,
ObiWan.
Ahsoka was apparently one of them.
Yeah, a lot of people's voice credits. Yeah. Anyways,
yes, Ahsoka too.
Yeah,
there you go. I know that he was in there. Yep, and they're in pre-production right now, so that's pretty cool.
And then to quickly reply to Ed's picture, because he showed, I guess, to show the height of Hayden Christensen.
Pretty tall.
George Lucas is 5'6". So I wouldn't put too much stock in that picture that just showed us.
Wait, Hayden Christensen is 5'6"?
No, George Lucas.
George Lucas. Oh, yeah. Okay.
So anyone standing to that man looks giganto.
Indeed.
Yeah, that 5'6" is pretty tiny. All right, so moving along. Okay. So,
yes.
What other stuff happened this week? We got Halo, got a season 2 trailer.
There's gonna be a season. Oh, I'm sorry, the video game.
Yeah,
I thought the show.
Oh, technically, but yeah, we're talking about the video game.
I'm sorry, video game, not the show. Please, we'll talk about the show.
A different time,
probably a week after next or something like that.
But
so season 2 Halo, the game Halo Infinite, multiplayer got released. Did you guys take a look at that? Did you guys even care?
I looked at it.
I don't even care enough to watch the trailer that Ed posted.
Wow.
Yeah.
All honestly, I know is that this season is sorely needed. We talked a little bit about the drop off rate for the player base in Halo Infinite. So a lot of people, I think a lot of the hardcore fans were looking forward to what this season will offer. So as far as I know. So maybe at Underground you can fill us in on what the fans will be looking forward to there.
So they were looking forward to new weapons, 2 new maps, 2 right now. There's going to be another map later. Apparently, there is some kind of battle royale mode.
Oh,
so is that going to be introduced in 2?
So season 2? If you saw the trailer, well, season 2 is out now. It's out. It's live. But if you saw the trailer, there is a red ring like that is shrinking. And you see, I think, 1 or 2 Spartans in that ring. One gets knocked out of it, but they're not. I don't think they're going full battle royale, like 100 people, or whatever. I think it's going to be like less than that. But it looks like it's in there because it wasn't there before. Capture the Flag, of course, is back. King of the Hill is in there. That's a new. No, that was old, but that's I think they updated that mechanic for that mapping system with the Capture the Flag. And
I just want to say we called this. We talked about this. We talked about what Halo needs to do to get better. And we talked about Battle Royale. We talked about that they need to just step up to what's relevant to FPS gamers these days, and it is Battle Royale. So if they got some kind of formula where it's like a micro version, a fast version of Battle Royale, sounds interesting. If they want to not have 100 people wait around to get through a whole match, but I think one of the cool things about Halo, the maps, the multiplayer maps, the big ones are really like they're fun. Like the big maps. They have a lot of fun aspects to them. So when I was thinking about a Halo Battle Royale, I always think of like Blood Gulch, like a version of Blood Gulch, and you just keep shrinking the map and seeing how that goes. I'm curious to see how a Battle Royale Halo map will look like.
Well, it's not called Battle Royale. I'm looking at it now. It's called Last Spartan Standing. So it's basically Battle Royale. Yeah. But it's their own take because if you follow Halo, what was it, like a few years ago, they were saying that they're not going to have a Battle Royale. So this is basically
Battle Royale. Working 343. Just do what people want.
Last Spartan Standing. It's basically Battle Royale.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. I don't think an official Battle Royale mode would probably do them justice. It'll probably be something smaller, a little bit more intimate, and a lot more fast paced. I think that would probably do Halo justice. The one thing I hated about Fortnite and PUBG for sure was the fact that it took a long time. Those battles, I mean, to get through a match, you could be in a match for 30 plus minutes, and I don't necessarily want to be in a match for that long. It's all kind of the same thing, but sometimes I didn't want to be in a match that long. What I think kind of did at least kind of justice was like Battlefield back in the day. I haven't played Battlefield in a little while, but having those big matches, 50 on 50 or whatever type of matches, or like 30 on 30, those were really cool because it kind of the pace was always there to an extent. So Battle Royales, I mean, I'd rather have like big game modes where there's just a shit ton of people against a shit ton of people, not necessarily one man against 100.
Was that the one where you could use like helicopters and planes and blow up buildings and all that stuff?
That was Battlefield.
Battlefield, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That looked insane. I never played it, but did it actually work how it was advertised, or was it just?
No, it did. It did to an extent. I used to play Battlefield 4.
Because you could knock down buildings, right?
Yeah.
I was very impressed with Battlefield, like the amount of like vehicles and like terrain that they had in there. I felt that every time I went in, I was like really impressed with the scope.
Yeah, no, it was really fun. I used to love playing it. I enjoyed it a lot. This is back when I was playing like Modern Warfare, Modern Warfare 2, 3, Black Ops, all the other stuff. But yeah, Battlefield has always been near and dear to my heart. So I feel like there's a good in between that Halo can have like a little niche battle royale mode, and I think it will do very well. But is it enough to bring back all the 90% of players that left after the first month of Halo Infinite? We'll have to see.
I think so.
I mean, we'll see.
Not too sure.
Yeah,
At Underground, very confident.
Yeah, very confident.
343 is shut the bed, but they got it this time.
Yeah, they got it this time, guys. They're gonna do something different that we haven't seen before. So, but yeah, so that's Halo. Obviously tomorrow, another Halo episode comes out. So, definitely not looking forward to that.
Is it tomorrow?
I thought it was already
every
out.
Thursday. Every Thursday.
I just watched a new episode, so I must be behind.
Yeah, I'm behind too on it. Like,
Yeah, it
I
comes
will
out
say
on
this:
Thursdays.
we could talk about it, like you said, next week. But I watched the newest episode, the most caught up episode.
Mm-hmm.
Kinda, it's better. I thought there were some things that are better.
You know,
I don't know if they're like.
You know why it's better? Because
they got rid
of that chick. That Kwang
she
Ha.
was in it for a brief second. I was like, no, hell no. Went away right away.
Right. That brings up the quality of this show for me like tenfold. Go
figure.
When she's not
go
there.
figure. You stick with Master Chief.
Who's Kwang Ha?
The chick.
Is that the teen?
Yeah, the teen.
Yeah,
chick
the teen.
Whose dad got killed in the first episode.
Oh,
it's kind of
okay.
like and Dave Chappelle, like neither one of them really showed up that episode. So I'm just like, man, this feels good.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah, I'm like, it's weird. Yeah, exactly.
Very
it's
weird
that the video game series that focuses primarily on one character, and that's the character everybody loves. The guy that was created from Fortnite, according to the Head Underground. That's what
not according
loves.
to me now.
That's what everybody
That's according
loves.
to you. According to the Head Underground.
Not according to me now.
Hot off the presses from the Head Underground for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go figure that when you focus on him, even though he has no helmet on. All other, critiques that people have about him, it makes the show much more interesting. But I mean, it still doesn't save it. So we can save it. I'll say my review of this past episode and other future episodes, obviously.
Let's save it.
But man, yeah.
Let's talk about better TV shows.
Let's talk about better TV shows.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Obviously, we just saw a big finale happen on one of the best TV shows, Marvel.
Maybe we have to rank them.
Yeah, we'll rank them. But Moon Knight did premiere its ending episode, season. I don't know if this is gonna be the season. I'm assuming this is just gonna be multiple
season or series. I cannot tell. I mean, like
you can't tell at the end.
A little open ended there.
It's too
deliciously
a little open ended.
Yeah, just a little bit. But
a little, huh?
Yeah. So Moon Knight, everybody here watched it, right? Episode 6.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think? Were you guys as impressed with it as I was, or
not the last episode?
Oh, what the fuck?
I was so
that was a great take. Anyways,
by the previous episode.
So what do you think?
Yeah, it's all right.
Anyways,
Good.
Great take. Underground, what you think?
Let me go from detail to detail, scene to scene on how I feel about this Moonlight season episode finale.
I don't care what you guys say. Great take.
Right back to Creamcast there.
Right back to Creamcast, I guess. Loved it.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, it wasn't necessarily the greatest episode of all time within the Moon Knight series.
The last episode was so good.
It was good.
And it brought up so many questions.
Yeah.
So
the problem is the 5th episode was so damn good.
The 5th episode's like, what?
Yeah. On the 5th episode, you go in. They went balls deep into that one.
Deep.
And then you go into this one, it's like, it's good. But that's the problem when you have such great episodes. And then you try to do.
Don't get me wrong. The last episode was good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It just couldn't measure up to what they were building up on the last.
And I tell you, I have a reason that I loved the episode. I did. I liked the finale.
Spoilers for our listeners, by the way. This is going to be heavy spoilers.
Yeah, whenever you listen to
it, just think. Anytime we talk about a topic, it's going to be spoilers, sir.
Yeah, going to be spoilers.
This is your warning, I guess, for this episode. Even though we're like an hour in. Yeah.
Well, what I have to say isn't right off the bat spoilery at all. But like my biggest gripe, I think, is there was so much going on in this episode. It felt like, in order for them to get from the end of 5 to the end of 6, they had to do so many things. It just felt, I loved it, but like that whole like journey of him, let's look into the spoiler, right? A couple spoilers right now. Journey of him coming back to life, I think deserved an episode on its own, kind of like that journey felt like, the whole him and Steven, that's a really good relationship, and making the decision to come back from death. And then like, this just feels like there are a couple pieces I would love to have them wait and take the time and show in the care that has been shown in the series. So other than that, but like I said, end result, loved it. Visuals, loved it. I can't really complain. Like with this series, it just delivered on all the areas I wanted it to deliver on, except that all the cool stuff it kept building up. And in 5, especially, that has all that cool stuff. I wish it like added a lot more of that cool stuff into the bulk conflict of the 6th episode, instead of putting it on the end, where I was very happy to see it there, but still, I just felt like could have been an episode longer. I guess that's a good criticism. If your show is so good, you want one more episode.
Yes.
So
I love go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna completely agree with Darkseid. You're absolutely right. I think I hadn't thought you nailed it. They just needed one extra episode before the finale just to be able to really flesh out, how they escape, or what it takes to get out of there and all that, instead of just making it like a total of 5 minutes was the escape from the death realm.
It was kind of rushed
because we saw like they opened the gate. Osiris opened his gate when he went to the sands. So after he left like the Nirvana and then went to the sands, he was frozen up, and then Osiris opened his gate up. And it was just like, okay, I wish there was a little bit more to it than just, we have Osiris opening the gate, and then we don't get to see Osiris. We don't get to see why he chose them at this time to come back, because even the one hippo avatar, or
she was my favorite, man.
I love her.
Tawareth or whatever her name is.
Tahiri.
Yeah, she was awesome as hell. Yeah.
No, she was awesome, but she even said like in episode 5 that Osiris, to convince Osiris to allow you to go through the gate to be resurrected, it was a big deal, and it's the only gate of a god that can actually bring you back. And they kind of just like, oh, he just opened it, and she just says, oh, you big softy, talking about Osiris. But I really wish we kind of went into why Osiris chose him, and why he allowed Steven and Mark to go through the gate at that time. I feel the same way. I have to agree with Darkseid. I really wish there was one more episode that they would have maybe gone a little bit deeper into the backstory of, or reason why, how they were able to escape and come back to life. I felt like the bad guy, Amnet, yeah, her coming back. It was kind of like one episode she comes back, and she doesn't seem like a bad guy overall. Like, her judgment is fucked up, but she's just, she's not, we really didn't get to see her much. And it kind of disappointed me, because I really, like, we've been building up to her for, 5 episodes at this point. And then we see her, and it's just kind of like, hey, I'm not really a bad guy. I just want to judge people before they do evil.
Well, isn't every villain not a bad guy in their own eyes?
No, I think they made a point to show that the gods are like nebulous. There's no good or bad. They just have like different way of approaching things. Because even what's his name, the bird guy, he really wasn't a good guy, because Khonshu, because he basically was enslaving Moon Knight, and he had fucked up so badly the previous guy that he turned to Ahmed. So the gods are not really good or bad. They just have a way of doing things that can be perceived as good or bad, depending on where you stand.
Yeah. I love Isaac's his acting between Steven and Mark.
Yeah.
So good. And then at the end, at the last episode, when he was going back and forth, what felt like shifting the camera or anything like that, but it was just on one scene of him, and the mental hospital scene where Mark is talking, and then he switches and you see Steven talking. And I know I'm kind of jumping ahead, but Jake, the third personality, so good. Well, I know we didn't see him, but we saw Mark black out. I think it was episode 4.
Yeah. Every time there's a blackout and we can't explain it, that's episode 1. Episode 1.
Yeah.
Episode 1 he did that.
In episode 1.
That was a big that was
when
a big
it's like
one.
an overly
he blacks out, where he's all covered in blood, and he's driving, and
we all thought that was we all thought that was Steven going into Mark.
No, that's what they made you think, but it really wasn't. Yeah,
because every time that there's an effect that happens where Jake is taking over, it's that cutting effect.
Yeah,
it's like the record cutting.
Yeah, and then
it's always like really violent too.
Yeah,
it's always ends in a violent scene. Yeah,
well, it's always in a point where they have no choice, like they're about to die. Which I'm surprised that we didn't see Jake. We didn't see Jake when Mark got shot. I'm surprised we didn't see Jake come out. But usually when it happens, it seems like when Mark or when Steven actually has a chance to fight back, because when Mark got shot in the temple, he really didn't have nothing he could really do. He just get shot. But anytime that he's in the kind of put into like a bind, like placed in a corner, is really not, and he can actually do something, that's when Jake comes out. And no, that was really cool that Jake showed up at this episode. It's a point where Layla's like, "What the fuck just happened? Like, who was like, what are you doing?" Like, and then you see that he killed everybody around that area. I think he even killed the innocent people too. Didn't he? Yeah, he killed that one. Or
he kills everyone.
But no, did he kill? I thought that there was that girl. Remember the girl that talked to Layla is like, "Are you an Egyptian superhero?"
Oh, I don't think killed her too.
No, she's alive. She's alive.
Okay, so it looked like on the floor.
I think he killed the followers of Ahmed.
Yeah. And there were already bodies on the floor from the innocent people.
Because the thing is, like,
that's probably
because I don't think you say what you want about Khonshu. I don't think he's
not for innocent killing.
Yeah, he's not for totally killing innocent people.
Yeah.
So,
no, I really like Mr. Knight too.
Mr. Knight,
when they showed up with his 2 sticks,
I liked him more.
That was cool as hell.
Well, I like the transition where now Steven realizes that he is Mark, and he has some of the abilities of Mark. Like, he may not be as much of a mercenary as Mark, and definitely, they don't know about Jake, but obviously not a cutthroat killer like Jake. But at the same time, he was actually able to hold his own for a little bit in this episode. I actually really enjoyed that as Mr. Knight. So I thought that was pretty slick that they did that. Because I just didn't want Steven to be a punching bag the entire time. And the fact that they were able to interchange like combat scenarios between the 2 suits, that was really
very cool.
Good.
Very cool.
Yeah, very cool cuts.
I don't think we've ever seen that. I don't think we've ever seen anything like that really in the MCU per se. Maybe the closest thing we gotten to that, I was gonna say maybe Black Panther, but no, I think this is this is the only character that has like the multiple personality, obviously. But to change suits on the fly and just kind of do that back and forth, I think this is the first time we've seen it. I like it. It's fresh take from Marvel, especially on the action. So yeah, really good job.
Now, who do you think is the main personality? Because we saw Mark and Steven this whole time. But now we only saw, we didn't see Jake. We just knew there was a third one out there. And now that we see him in the flesh, so to speak, who's the main personality?
It's supposed to be Mark. Mark is the main personality.
Yes, Jake could have been manifested later in life, right?
Yeah, it's like Steven was manifested because of the abuse that Mark suffered in the show. So I don't know how Jake manifested. I guess that's something for another
It could have been during
episode.
One of the missions or something.
This is unique to the TV show. This is not in
the comic book.
Yeah, the comic, he's literally using personas to different like Bruce Wayne type personas for different purposes. And then the newer comic books kind of like blurred the lines of reality a little bit.
Well, in the comic,
a lot of this is leaning into this is its own kind of thing. So they can go in any direction.
Well, in the comic, Jake is a taxi driver, I believe.
Yeah, but he's American. He's not Italian. And Steven is a billionaire. He's not British. So they're going in. I don't know where they're going. Jake, no complaints.
They say he was speaking Spanish.
He's
Italian, so
he's speaking Italian. Yeah.
No, he's speaking Spanish.
He's speaking Spanish?
Yeah, he's speaking Spanish.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Spanish. Okay.
Yeah. So it seemed like
could
more
be a
of
Spanish cab driver. Who
maybe
knows?
yeah. So we had a quick comment from Cascade. He says Jake was created to take the beatings. I don't know. In the series, they made it seem, or like in this series, they made it seem like Mark
Mark is the one that suffers, right?
Steven is created to take the beatings.
Well,
that's what it seemed like.
I thought Steven.
Steven was created to be happy.
Yeah, Steven.
Yeah,
his mother was.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Mark was
the one that suffers.
Mark has memories of the abuse. Steven doesn't. So yeah, interesting.
How they do Jake in the future? I mean, it's kind of interesting. I hope that we get season 2 and see why Jake is.
Maybe it has something to do with his, like, Mark is a mercenary. We know that, right? Like, maybe it has something to do in an adult personality spinoff from something to do with his, from his job. Because it's a violent profession.
Yeah.
Something happened during his 20s, because we see him go off to, what was it, college or whatever, when he leaves the household. And
he went to college. Yeah, he went to the military. He went to the army, but then he kept having episodes, so they kicked him out. And then he said the only thing that he could do was work for his old commanding officer, and then that's how he got into the mercenary work. So, I mean, it'll be interesting to see how they tell the story about Jake. I could see what Cascade is saying. Like, maybe Mark thought he took the abuse. Maybe he understood. So, like, Steven was, everything was good. Mark was in reality of what was happening, like his mother hating him. But then Jake was the one that actually took the actual beatings.
Maybe he got the worst of it. Mark doesn't even know. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So Mark thinks he's really the victim. He suffered through all that, was really Jake. So that'd be kind of cool.
Interesting. It could be.
Yeah, that'd be a very interesting thing.
It could also be like Creamcast said. Maybe Jake is like the, in case of emergency, break whatever, like your very last resort. They made it into this other personality that's just ruthless.
Right. But there's one thing, like, what Ed asked earlier was, I thought it was pretty interesting. We know that Mark is for all intents and purposes he's the main personality. But the one thing that we really haven't one thing that was really cool with this episode was the fact that Mark was very confused. Every time Jake comes out, he still doesn't know about the existence of Jake. So Mark was confused, like, did you do this? And obviously Steven didn't do it. So the fact that Jake can take, he's such a dominant personality that not only can he push both of the personalities out, but completely block what happens. And I think we've had it. Jake, we don't know if in the scenes where it got really bloody, was it really Mark or was it Jake? Because they really didn't talk about,
never showed or anything.
Because Mark never said, like, hey, I blacked out, because they're still trying to keep it mysterious. But I'm assuming if it's very bloody,
they are. But it seems like every time Jake takes over, it's like a bloodbath, literally a bloodbath. When Mark takes over, there are kills, but it's not as
bloody, as vicious,
as bloody. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So it's like I'm assuming that Jake
it's more like a special operations or something like that.
Yeah. So I'm very curious to see how they deal with Jake, because he's such a dominant personality that allows him to not, like I said, not only he's able to block out both personalities, and they completely black out. Neither one of them know about his personality. And then Cascade brought up a really good point. What is Jake at the end of the day? Because when we saw the heart balancing scene, there was only 2 hearts.
Yeah.
And maybe it was the balance in between them. And maybe if Jake is involved, because I think Jake was probably that sarcophagus that was locked.
Yeah.
So locked.
Yes.
So if
I'm
assuming that because Jake never actually showed, his heart never got put into the scales because he wasn't there physically. He's hidden in a deep place. But I'm curious, like the ending with Khonshu, like, like I want to see what the fuck happens. Like how's Khonshu? Like, does Khonshu have obviously Khonshu has a different agreement with Jake. Jake is obviously cool with still being under Khonshu's rule. So does that mean that Mark and Steven are no longer, like, Jake is now taking over permanently for the most part? Whenever Moon Knight or whatever version of Moon Knight needs to come out. We'll see.
I think they still they think that Khonshu is out of the game, but I think because Jake is still bound to Khonshu, that Steven and Mark still have that ability to turn into Moonlight. That's what I think. I mean, it's the same body.
Yeah, it's cool if he can actually take well, that's why I'm saying I think he has to have a different agreement, because if he can take out the two personalities, take out the power of Moon Knight from those two personalities, but keep it on the third one, that's a dope concept. So that he like the two of them can't have access to the Moon Knight and to this healing armor, but the third one can. That's a cool concept.
Well, remember, like the deal that Khonshu makes is with Mark, but Steven has access to Mr. Knight, so they all have access to, because I think it's probably through the body, and the personality manifests the power in however it does.
Right.
But so they all have some like connection to the power.
Okay, cool.
Another thing that I didn't realize, the whole time we thought when the blackout happened, it was Mark that was taking over the personality. Now apparently it's Jake. Now when the body wakes up in the attic or whatever, and you see that their leg is like strapped to the bed, the whole time I'm thinking that's Mark doing that. Now
neither of them know why they're doing that. Yeah, so it might be Jake.
So I think it might be Jake.
Some cool things. And then also in the episode 5 and last episode, when I said that there were things in there that like you would have to go back and watch again and again, that the sarcophagus was obviously the most obvious thing, but the conversations that he's having with Harrow, the therapy session, where they're cutting back and forth and back and forth, there's Jake. I feel like there were moments where there was Jake in there, because there are moments where I don't know if you remember, there's like moments where he's bandaged and he's bleeding, but they never showed, like, it's like one very interesting sequence. And then there are other sequences where you see Steven and Mark and the sessions they're in, and they see that one, which is a very weird one. So I was like, that's what was like going like, okay, they're throwing stuff out there that's just like not in there. So I don't know. I'd be curious to, on a rewatch, what they sprinkled in, knowing the Jake thing.
Yeah, I've never rewatched a Marvel streaming show, but I think this is the one I might rewatch it. There's so many like twists and turns, and like, is this reality? Is this not reality? That kind of got me like, I'm invested.
Yeah, I still don't know what I'm gonna be honest with you. I still don't know what the
hospital scene.
Yeah, with the blood at the end.
Yeah, because the thing is like, I thought the hospital scene was the afterlife, right?
Yeah.
That's in his mind.
That's in his mind.
Yeah, I believe the hospital sequence is in his mind.
So then how do you do the whole with the hippo and everything?
The hospital scene. Remember they told the hippo.
Oh, right, the hippo's in it.
That was a way for him to try to balance his heart.
Right. So the thing is that
the
hospital
you're right.
scene,
It's in the afterlife.
So it's in the afterlife, but then we come to find out that that hospital is actually real to an extent, because that's where Harrow is at.
I think that the end scene with Harrow is just that he ends up in a hospital, not necessarily that hospital.
Well, that's what I think is. So this is my theory, that hospital is something that Mark actually has been to. So Mark has obviously gone to that hospital, I think, because remember I think he did know this. He did know that he had multiple personalities this entire time. That he was telling Layla like, "Hey, I've been keeping Steven a secret. I know Steven is alive, but he was well aware of Steven this entire time. Mark was. So I think that hospital is a real place, but it's kind of like what they say, like in the afterlife is what you make of it. It's like, I don't know if I've watched, different shows like, American Horror Story, where hell is based off your most hated time in your life. So like your hell is different than my hell and so forth. So the hell that, the afterlife that Steven had or Mark had was the mental hospital that he was at, so that he was able to go there. He was able to go there in the afterlife, but in the real, it actually existed in the real world. And then Harrow, because he got so jacked up, that's where he ended up at. And he ended up there. And then Khonshu found him and killed him. So, and I'm assuming that they put him there because that was a place that Steven actually knew. Where not
be.
knew, but Frank not Frank Jake
visited at some point.
Jake knew about this place, and maybe this is the part where Jake was born, because Jake he was the most violent side. That's how he got admitted to the hospital.
Or Khonshu knows.
Or Khonshu, yeah.
Khonshu knows.
Yeah, Khonshu knows about it. So Khonshu had Haro put there purposely to watch over him until Jake.
It's possible.
Jake.
Now then, there's a sequence. There's a storyline in the comic books where he's in a mental asylum. And it's a recent run, so that this draws heavily from that. So it could be, yeah.
Why was Khonshu? This might be like kind of nitpicking a little bit, but why was he wearing a suit in a limo?
Just because he looks good.
I mean, I'm not denying he doesn't.
He's decked out.
Yeah, man.
Why does he need a limo? Why is he like?
Why is he so small that he can fit in a limo in the first place? Why is he in a Rolls Royce limo of all things? Like,
of all the things.
Yeah, he's not. I mean, he's not going for subtle whatsoever. I mean, that's a lot of Egyptian big dick energy for sure.
That limo also from the comic book. I had a little smile when I saw that. Also with the Spectre license plate, also from the comic book, which really? I really like. Yeah, there's some cool stuff in there.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, Khonshu all gangstered up, which I really liked the Godfather-esque themes. That's why I said Italian, because it made me think of like it's going in this like Italian hitman, sequence towards the end, where I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. I like where this is going.
Well, I'm just going by. I'm going by with the subtitle, because I always listen to watch shows. I always watch shows in subtitles, because I want to make sure I catch every little bit of dialogue and so forth. So it did say he was speaking Spanish. So it could have been a mistake on Disney. We know Disney has made mistakes in the past and gone back and retro, fixed.
I don't think it matters.
At the end of the day, he speaks another language. Like, we know that this dude is obviously not. We obviously found out he was Jake, but obviously he's totally different personality than the other two. I mean, absolutely crazy. Cascade.
What do you guys think of? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Cascade had a comment really quick. He thinks that the hospital is his inner mind, and the blood footsteps means they are in control. Meaning Jake and Mark and Steven are in control of his inner mind, which kind of makes sense.
His mind palace.
Yeah, because that kind of makes sense, because even after he died, he still came back to that room again. So it's like, what does that actually mean? It's really confusing.
That kind of threw me off too.
Yeah, that threw me off more than anything else. If they had not thrown that scene in, I'd be like, okay, I could accept that that's the afterlife, and he was just confused of where he was at.
I think it also represents his the disunity between the personalities, because when he leaves that hospital in that sequence, he's like at peace with his
to that mind palace, though.
Because that's his interpretation of wherever they're heading, or like
the afterlife.
She has a word for it in that episode.
Like his limbo. It's like his limbo.
Yeah, it's like a limbo into that.
So his consciousness is connected to the limbo.
Yeah,
because all that hospital scenes that happened was because he was in the tomb, and I don't know, because he's in the tomb. Yeah, that's
his mind. It goes through his mind, whereas he's trying to sort things out, and he enters the afterlife.
Well, no, I'm saying, like, if let's say that happened, him getting shot, like, I don't know, in downtown. If that happened, he would just, boop, dead, that's it. But because it happened in the tomb, because, who knows what kind of mystical forces or whatever in the tomb, because it happened.
I don't think so. I think that there's a part of his mind that is like, that's how he's compartmentalizing the personalities, like all the stuff going on. Yeah.
Oh.
And I think you're right. You make a good point. He probably was in that, like, that's based on a real place.
Because how did he come back though?
Because it's like Inception, right? Like Inception, you remember they were saying, like, you generate people in your dream based off your subconscious of people that you've met. So like you'll see people in your dream, like I'll see Darkseid walking around. I won't know it's him, but because I've seen him, he subconsciously is now filling up my dream. And I feel like that with the afterlife, like we saw Layla there as the nurse, right? We saw then he had a room full of the dead people. He saw his younger self as well.
That is true.
He saw the different rooms. He saw
a kid running around. Or...
Yeah, he saw
his memories
his brother
throughout the he sees memories through doors.
Yeah,
the doors. Yeah,
it's definitely his mind.
Yeah,
it's also gonna say, speaking of mind and everything, anyone still watch Doom Patrol or not really?
No, I gotta really get.
Okay, well, there's a character in there that has multiple personality disorder as well, and each personality has its own power, right? So one can control flames, let's say, one can turn things into metal, and the way that it works is they actually went into her psyche, and it's just like you were describing. It's basically like a world, and in the world, each personality is basically waiting for their turn to be able to come up and take possession of the body. So maybe that's how it is in this case as well.
Yeah,
like you said, a way to segment it.
Yeah, I can see that, and I think hopefully we're gonna get more seasons or maybe a Moon Knight movie in the future, and we can be able to tell. Maybe they'll go more into that because it's very interesting. The whole idea of the mental, psychological not breakdown or segmentation of his mind to parts that he doesn't even remember. Mark that being. I think that's pretty good. And there's also other Egyptian gods they can go into. They still haven't gotten to the Moon Knight, his nemesis. What's his name? The black dude.
Bushman,
yeah. So they mentioned Bushman in episode 5, but we haven't actually seen Bushman since then. So there's a lot of the story that's left over that I think that honestly you could make another season and still won't be you still won't hit fatigue. So I think this is a good entry for sure for Marvel. So
do you guys like Layla? Is that when she got her avatar abilities?
I loved it. She was the MCU Wonder Woman 100%. That's why.
All right. Yeah, okay. I see what you mean.
All right,
it kind of done right.
Yeah, okay, that sense,
exactly.
Yeah.
I also
just wish she had a cooler
ability.
outfit. That's all.
I liked the simplicity of it.
Overwhelming.
Yeah, but I think it just is like it suits the avatar. It suits the god that it's coming from. You know what I mean?
I love.
You could have made it again more.
That god I love, Tawana, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite. One of my favorite characters from the show. Yeah, you're right. You're right. She would definitely go for something more fashionable, less.
Yeah, she's glamorous,
superhero-y.
Yeah,
because she did make a big deal about it, where she basically found her odd. Remember, she said shrieking like, "Oh, I can't believe you accepted." Yeah.
She was so excited to have an avatar in the first place. Yeah, she's shrieking, acting like a little girl.
And she says like, "You'll love the costume I have for you," or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, it's very specific to her taste. I thought it was very. I thought her abilities with the wings were
were cool.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Looks very cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think she's a great actress too. I mean,
no, she's a good actress.
She's a very good. Yeah, as we said, the cast is top notch.
Yeah, this cast. I mean, Ethan Hawke. Ethan Hawke is funny because I always tell I think we've had this conversation. Ethan Hawke in the previous interview doesn't even know why he's famous. Like he thinks himself as a regular guy and this, that, and the other. And acting wise, I mean, I've never not liked a role he's been in. So yeah, he killed this in this role.
He reminds me of real life Raiden.
More like if he was
Raiden
was homeless. I think it's all his character.
It's a good trend. Marvel's continuing an interesting trend. We talked about it for the last, almost 50 episodes where we talk about this stuff about their villains and about how they're adding more complexity to the villains' intentions and everything that they do. There's a great sequence where Amit takes form, and she says, "Your scales aren't balanced," and I love him going like, "I understand, I'm prepared to take the." And I was like, wow, what a guy. He's just there to deliver. He believes in Amit so much
he's willing to die. Yeah.
I was like, damn, what an interesting, I'm talking about motivations for villains of being selfless and stuff like that. What an interesting take on a villain where he's not in it for that. Well, power. I freed you, so pay up.
Give me my
It's
power.
more like, punish me. You're right. It was such a cool, and the idea that she's like, I got imprisoned the last time because my avatar was balanced, and this time
he was a cook. A soy boy beta cuck.
Yeah,
That's what he was.
He was a cuck for sure. But no, the thing is that it was cool that I do enjoy that scene because it really kind of. I was thinking that Ahmet she was gonna come around. She was gonna be like, "All right, I'm taking everybody's souls. Fuck you guys."
Yeah,
that's what I thought too. I thought she was gonna start killing everybody.
Killing everyone. Yeah,
she really was chill. Like, I actually liked her and her. Like, I think what they do, like Marvel does well, is that you don't have obviously bad guys. It's not like the Warner Brother DC comics where it's like Doomsday,
Dark Side.
Where there's a spot for those kind of guys.
There is. You need those guys.
You need those guys. Like good example,
Ultron.
Darkseid was an awesome,
so cool.
Bad guy. And it was like, fuck, like that's the bad guy we want.
The final boss type.
Yeah, he's like the Thanos. Like he's the final boss Thanos level.
Yeah, he lives on a torture planet.
Yeah, exactly.
With BDSM everywhere. Yeah, he is very much evil for the sake of being evil.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a Geiger planet, basically.
Nothing but hellfire and so forth.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever feel like any remorse or anything for Thanos?
Remorse?
Or any like?
I understand I understand why he did it.
Yeah,
it makes sense why he did it. It makes perfect sense.
It makes perfect sense. It's stupid and like you won't understand it why he did certain things until later on in the Marvel universe. We understand why he did it a little bit more, but we probably won't understand the scale of why he did it until later on. But I mean, with the Celestials and whatnot, I get it.
Well, he's seen more than we've ever seen. So
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so his perception is he's getting weighed on a longer scale. Where like I remember we talked about like why need to snap double the resources for everyone to live. You know, he's not like trying to reward us. He's trying to
preserve us.
Preserve us by.
It's like a cautionary thing.
It's a cautionary.
Because otherwise, there's no lesson to be learned. Everyone's going to keep on growing and growing and warring and doing all these things.
And then angels pop out from the planet and destroy.
You know what kind of reminds me of? If you guys remember Gurren Lagann?
Yeah.
Where
never watched it.
The Spiral King kept everybody underground because of the Spiral Force. And
that's the one with the mechs?
Yeah,
on the ground?
Yeah, you've seen it.
I never finished watching it. It was cool. Yeah.
Gurren Lagann's awesome. Like the ending is amazing.
But the cool thing was, that's kind of the same premise of what Thanos did. Like the Spiral King kept all the humans underground with spiral energy and made a race of people that can't reproduce, and kept everybody that can reproduce on the ground to actually save them from anti-spiral forces. And I feel like that's kind of what Thanos did, and you don't realize like that until the end, which is kind of cool. So I'm looking at this like the whole Thanos situation. Do I feel sorry for him? No, because I mean, at the end of the day, he did it in a super violent way. But do I understand why he did it? Sure. I mean, it makes sense. Like either he kills trillions to possibly save quintillions in the future, or he just allows people to die slowly over time because Celestials are literally just taking the energy off the life force of any planet they exist in.
Yeah, so, that and like overpopulation there. Historically speaking, I can think of like Genghis Khan, right? Before, the way that Genghis Khan was taking over everyone, basically it was horrific, right? Just murder, rape, you name it. But once he actually got a hold of a place, they say it was so safe that a woman could go from one end of the country to the other without being harassed once, because of the amount of control that he had over that area where there was no crime.
You know why?
But again, it came at a great price.
Great price. He like wiped the slate clean.
Yeah, he wiped the slate clean, and then on top of that,
he brought peace. He did bring peace to those areas, obviously through a horrible method. But he did bring peace.
Of course, you don't want to harass any woman because he probably slept with her, and it's probably because Genghis Khan has so many ancestors.
Concubines.
Children.
You know how much knowledge was lost from like those barbarian raids and like
in Iraq.
In Iraq, like libraries, like where we like today, we talk about like surgery and like they created all kinds of science and stuff that we don't even. There's records lost of things that we're just like
basically grabbed the empire and reset it.
Green Tuner is
sheer force.
Green Tuner is like Genghis Khan did nothing wrong.
Yeah, he's a big Khan supporter here.
Yeah, obviously, geez, glad this is not like.
No, I'm just saying. Again, to some he was a villain. To a lot of people, he was a villain. But it did bring like an age of peace during his reign. So
yes, cool.
I guess he did rule.
Yeah, with a very iron fist.
Right, before we're canceled, let's move on.
Because Green Tuner already said.
We're gonna get canceled over Genghis Khan.
Well, no,
who knows?
The Kang Dynasty.
It's a pro-con podcast.
Yeah, you can't
I'm willing to make it a pro-con podcast.
Yeah, you can't say certain words, Green Tuner, and you're just throwing them out there. So, but luckily, we only have like.
Now, what kind of words can't I say?
Look, we said it before. Said it before. You're on verge of offending our Chinese affiliates. They created a great wall to keep certain elements out. Yeah, and maybe they have the right.
Teach you anything?
Yeah.
Oh, that is true.
Or that Matt Damon movie.
Did
it teach you anything?
Yeah,
America something.
How was I more upset about the Matt Damon movie than the actual Chinese people? I'm like, damn white people coming and trying to save, they're saving everybody.
Because being offended about things, it's like a very not uniquely, but it's a very American thing.
It's very American.
Outside of America, people do
is it an American thing, or is it just a modern
black
thing?
People on posters. So
no, they are. But if they have like a racist cartoon thing, a lot of Chinese won't mind. I mean, I think the only one that really cares is the president because he doesn't like Winnie the Pooh or the prime minister or whatever he is.
Minister,
yeah. True.
Sure. Anyhow, let's move on from Genghis Khan History Month.
No. Let's say more offensive things. Yeah. So the thing about no, I'm just kidding.
But hey, the Genghis Khan, they brought a lot of trade and a lot of ideas were spread because of them. Yeah. So
and they also allowed people to practice their own religion, so people were able to spread whatever they believed in.
Sure.
Obviously, didn't stick, but it is what it is. All right. Anyhow, so now that we finished Moon Knight. We have finished all the Marvel.
Oh yeah, that's what I've been waiting for.
Yeah, all the Marvel series, all the Disney Plus Marvel series.
So far,
but at least up until Doctor Strange, which comes out this weekend, which we are all slated to see.
Some tomorrow.
I'm seeing it on Sunday, so very excited about that. But we've watched all of the Disney Plus movies. Now is the time where we're going to go ahead and rank them. So what we're going to do is using our tiermaker.com template that we found. We're going to rank them from favorite, good, mid, bad, and trash. All 6 of the Marvel movies or series. So let me go ahead and switch that over. All right. So guys, what do you want? Who wants to go first?
Well, I mean, obviously, if we want to put a show in a category, I think it should be majority rule, right?
Yep.
Oh, I thought it was individual. Are we gonna do majority rule?
No, just as the Blurred podcast.
Okay,
this is the official Blurred tier ranking here.
By voting and by making arguments on why.
Yeah, because who cares what we individually think? The fun of it is. Outvoting Ed here.
Okay,
that's the theme of the show.
So that's so easy.
False.
Okay,
I'm just curious how much we'll agree and how much we won't. I think that's an interesting place to be. So.
All right, so let's do it.
Are you are we going to share the screen or?
No, I thought you guys were gonna pull it up.
We'll just have to look at the.
Yeah, you guys could just pull it up on your own screens. And
exactly.
I have it up. I have it up on the stream, so everybody can see it.
All right.
Perfect.
So, all right, so the once again it goes from favorite, good, mid, bad, and trash. So obviously favorite is top, trash is at the bottom.
So let's start from the bottom.
Okay.
Let's do it in the order that they're piled in there because that's easier to go.
Okay, so we have
if it's not in order.
Yeah, it's not in order. Okay. So we have WandaVision, Hawkeye, Loki, Moon Knight, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and What If. So, starting with, which one you guys want to start? You want to start with What If, or you want to start off with WandaVision? Which end do you guys want to start?
Let's do
WandaVision. Well, since it's in order like that already, I mean,
we can start from any order. We can start from the front and the back. So that's what I'm saying. Which one do you guys want to start with? Okay, WandaVision. All right.
WandaVision.
So WandaVision was, I believe, the first of the
Mhm.
MCU series.
Yes.
I think we had some pretty tough feelings about it at first, for sure. WandaVision was for myself, a boring showing for sure. I just felt like, you have not really paid attention to this character for several years at this point, and now trying to put it into a TV show where it plays with the sitcoms. It was the first one. Unfortunately, there was a lot of growing pains with the Marvel series. I was going to rate it. I was going to say it was. I would say it was bad, personally.
I'm gonna say it was bad.
Is that okay? You guys say that second from the bottom, right?
The second
yes,
from the bottom.
second
Yes.
from the bottom.
I
It
would
wasn't
also
trash, but it was bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would also agree with you that I feel the same way about WandaVision. Now, I think the biggest thing that puts it in this place, despite the cool presentation, the smart idea, the cinematic quality of it, that I think was all there.
Mm-hmm.
The fake out with Mr. Boner still burns, still sizzles.
Yes.
The Quicksilver fake out, which your
yeah.
mind was blown when it happened. Your mind was racing to possibilities, and they basically said, "Screw you, we hate you," and they retconned it towards the end. Also, not a big fan of Agatha. I think she's fine for the scope of the WandaVision, like in the midst of the mystery of what's going on. She was an interesting character, but as a big baddie towards the end, I'm not really, like, I don't see her as a big threat. So I think that's why I agree with you.
They also managed to make Wanda an unlikable character.
What?
Like, I found her to be an unlikable character.
Really?
At least in the series.
I thought she was kind of
she's doing a very evil thing to the people of that town.
Yeah, she was very evil. And then she got to go home scot-free, like no repercussions for what she basically did.
I think it's coming. It's coming. Yeah, that's why she put herself into isolation, because she knew that, oh shit, I fucked up. And I mean, the whole point was, what's that new force? It's not SHIELD.
Space one, right?
Sword.
Yeah.
So Sword, I mean, they were coming after her. So she realizes that she's fucked up. Sword's coming after her, which we haven't heard much of Sword. I haven't watched any of the Marvel Agents of SHIELD or anything of the sort. So I don't know if there was carryover of why Sword exists.
It'll be in Secret Invasion when we get to
Secret Invasion. Yeah, that's what I heard. So, I mean, I'm not really going to fault them for them not really like going after her crazy, but I mean, we've seen with Doctor Strange that obviously she has a big role in that, so maybe her time is coming.
The character is very powerful. I've liked the character over in the comics and everything.
Sure,
it's just the way that they wrote her in the show was just not. I mean, and maybe it also has to do because they were getting their feet wet when it comes to shows. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
Who knows?
Well, I would have to say the opposite. I walked into this series with low, and that might be why too, with low expectations. And throughout every episode, it kind of kept me on suspense. It's Marvel's first streaming movie series. Yeah. And every episode kept me in suspense, and they got me with the whole dead vision scene.
Did that tear you up?
It didn't tear me up. It surprised me. Like I didn't think they would go that far, and to see that, like basically a walking zombie, even though it wasn't real, a walking zombie vision. It was like, wow, that's actually,
that scene really stuck with you because you keep bringing it up.
It's the first like Marvel series that they've introduced us to, and I had low expectations for it. It was like, dang,
that's pretty good. You're entitled.
So where do you want to put it at Underground?
I'll put it in mid.
You'd put it mid.
You're compared to what's out now.
This is why we live, boys. This is why we live. Well, we got news for you.
With every Marvel series that has come out, it's gotten better and better. So I would say this being the first one, I think it was mid. And this,
How about since the first one we're putting out here, it is majority rule, but if somebody wants to argue it once the board is settled, we can maybe we're open to hearing out any argument to shift.
Of course, yeah,
absolutely.
Of course.
Right now, you're screwed at Underground.
Yeah, you're absolutely screwed.
False.
I mean, that's okay.
Yeah.
He's used to he used to going to Pound Town, so
I get the pounding, but yes, go on.
Yes, we know you.
Of course you get the pounding.
Yes,
I give. I said give.
Weird.
Oh, okay.
Weird.
Give.
We're on a recorded platform here.
Give.
We will review this.
I said give.
Clip it out. Clip it out, Chad. Clip it out.
Green Tuner, when you do the editing for this one, just repeat that what he said.
Yeah,
and slow it down and put emphasis on it.
All we know is that those cheeks are getting clamped. So.
Yeah,
not mine. Not mine.
All right, so next episode is
your next show.
I mean, is don't correct me, bitch. Hawkeye. So
round up, bitch.
Yeah, round up. So Hawkeye.
All right, I'll start. I'll say.
Yeah, you're the big proponent. Of this one,
I liked Hawkeye, and I put Hawkeye right in the mid
of Christmas.
Because of Christmas.
Do you think it would have been that high if it hadn't been set in Christmas?
Nope.
If it was set during Ramadan, I would have really put it up at the top. But unfortunately, it's just Christmas. So
what if it was set during Easter?
Wow.
Also, a great season. So I don't mind at all. No, I love the idea that the whole series is like leading up to Christmas. I like that it's put together in a very simple package. The stakes are not the end of the world. It's a very simple, down to earth crime story. It has a likable series of characters. Remember the mafia, the trench coat, what are they called? Tracksuit mafia. They were very funny. They were very appealing. I like Kingpin. Remember that we all liked his
Kingpin
inclusion in the series. One of the best sequences in the series that really gets to me is with Hawkeye is the trick arrow sequence where they used a variety of trick arrows. The chase sequence.
And
the chase. I thought that just what makes Hawkeye special, outlandish, it's right there. But I like Hawkeye's journey. He's not that important Avenger on a team of people who are like gods, and his own perception of where he is in a situation and exploring all of that was very interesting. So I thought it was a nice little special package. It wasn't really the end of the world. It was a nice little entertaining, especially during Christmas time. It was nice to watch something seasonal at the time of its release. I can't say it'll sit everywhere else.
It was a great homage.
And then Jeremy Renner's a great actor.
Yeah, Jeremy Renner is. I've enjoyed him ever since 28 weeks later. Ever since then, I've been following his career. Yeah, he's a great actor. I would say this was a great homage to Hawkeye for sure. We haven't had a lot of great Hawkeye scenes outside of really. I guess the best one would be. I'll say the last really focus that we had, big focus on Hawkeye. Of course, there was in Infinity War. Or Endgame. Endgame, we had him in the Black Widow scene over the Soul Stone. But really, I don't think he had a lot of impact. Really, that scene, I'm just whatever. Was when Age of Ultron, when we got to see Hawkeye shine. And I think he's been relatively absent outside of that. And it's been kind of sad, because Hawkeye... Yeah, once again, he is surrounded by people that are billionaire geniuses, gods, literal gods, and he's just a guy with a bow and arrow. Like that's what he does. And the fact that they could be able to take it from, and we all talked about this. We have been dealing with this worldwide, intergalactic, crises. What about the street level stuff? And we asked for it and we got it. And I think they delivered pretty well. I'm not a huge fan of the Kate Bishop character, actor, only because she seems like she's always crying and it's just always being sarcastic. It gets annoying after a while. But I do love Florence Pugh. I'm absolutely in love with her as an actor. I think she's a phenomenal actor. So seeing her in the series made it really great.
Now let's not forget Pizza Dog.
Pizza Dog, sure, yeah, Pizza Dog. Pizza Dog was phenomenal. I mean, if it's a dog, I automatically love it. I mean, I thought when I saw Air Bud 2, I was like, oh my god, this is Grammy worthy right here. I mean, Oscar worthy, everything. The soundtrack, beautiful. I cried. So if I was gonna rank this, me personally, I would say Hawkeye was good.
Same.
Wait,
good.
Good.
Yeah, good.
I would have to disagree.
Okay, so anyway, so moving on to Loki.
Wow.
No, let him say his
Anyways,
piece.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm saying my piece. I think it's because of Kate Bishop, just the whiny crybaby for me didn't really do it for me for the series. I was more interested in Ronan than I was.
Yeah, but it gave Ronan closure.
Yeah, but for me, I didn't want closure for Ronan. I wanted Ronan to continue somehow. I want to see
Ronan has no but you can't continue the Ronan character. He doesn't need the Ronan character anymore.
I know you can't, but the Ronan character seemed more interesting for me than Kate Bishop being the new Hawkeye than anything else in the series. The only thing that really caught me was Kingpin. I think Kingpin is phenomenal. I want to see more of Kingpin. That's what I want out of this whole series, and more Ronan. But everything else, I was like, it's the least favorite of my series. For me, it'll be at the bottom.
Okay. All right. Well, majority rule.
I love Christmas, but hey, it just didn't do it for me.
Hey, I'm okay with putting it at good. I was surprised.
Or Dark Side. Okay. So you would have put it on what place?
I was gonna say mid, because here's my thinking was my thinking was it's a 5-point scale, right? So I literally had, you have a 5-point scale. In my mind, it was a 6-point scale.
5 points.
So it's a 5-point scale. So really, this is one, I have an idea where everything fits. Hawkeye was right in the middle for me. If you put them all together, I'm okay with putting it good. I'm okay with putting it mid. It's high end of mid for me.
I'm surprised. Good. I would honestly, if there was a middle tier between good and mid, that's where I would put. That's
where I would put it. Yeah.
Mediocre.
Well, I'll say mid is the mediocre. It's literally in the middle.
Yeah, mid literally means that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd still put it in good, to be honest.
I'm okay with good. I could change my vote to good. I mean, so we have three for good.
No, we have two.
You two were good. It was already majority rule.
Yeah, we were good, and then you said mid, and then
I said mid, and he said bad.
You convinced the Creamcast that it was mid.
Okay. It's between good or mid. I would say, based on everything that we have here, I would put it on personally good. Only because I think it gives us the fresh take that we want on street level stuff. That it literally stayed within within the confines of a city, outside of people going to college and all the other crap. But other than that, it stayed literally in the confines of the city. So
and then I know I criticized the fact that Star Wars does fan service, but just getting the Kingpin in there was the cherry on top.
It was good.
That's really fan service. That's fan service on top of fan service.
100% fan service.
So yeah, I say good for now. Well, we can go through. Honestly, when we put the entire list together,
I say trash, but go on.
You know what? Yeah. I'm changing my vote to good.
Okay, so
oh my god,
3 goods.
3 goods. I mean, it seems like
trash
3 of us.
It's trash for me.
It seems like 3 of us aren't on a roll, and it's just
weird.
one person.
Weird.
This is always being just a dissenting opinion.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think a lot of people would agree, but go on.
Okay. No one cares. So
false.
The next series is Loki. I think with Loki, outside of obvious winner that I think a lot of us would assume is pretty really good, Loki is one of my favorite for sure out of the list. I think Loki just had great pacing. It had it brought in, it made sense of the whole timeline. It's what made the timeline actually work, the multiverse actually work. It brought cohesion to somewhere where a lot of us, I know at the beginning we were very really worried about how Marvel was going to bring all this together to make it a cohesive universe. And I think Loki did a really good job of taking that chaos and giving us a starting point, saying, "Boom, this is where the multiverse." Well, obviously started with Infinity War, and Endgame, actually Endgame, but Loki is the one that kind of put the pin in. This is the true start of the multiverse and the impacts of Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I think that what's the name? What's Loki's actor name again? I forgot.
Tom Hiddleston.
Henderson.
Yeah, Tom Hiddleston. He's a great Loki by any stretch of the imagination. King the Conqueror, very great. Also Sylvie, I thought she was great. I think every Owen, what's his name?
Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson. Yeah, Owen Wilson was great. I feel like every person. This is one of those. I think this is where Marvel is really getting a stride on great top tier casting for sure. And we're just talking about Moon Knight and how much we praised it as casting. Loki, I think, was kind of the kickoff for that for sure. So for me, Loki, I would put it. I'm torn between favorite and good.
I'm gonna say.
Before we go on, really quick, do we want favorite to be one? Only one movie can be a favorite?
No, more than one can be favorite.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure because I will put it in between good and favorite. So,
I would say favorite, just because even speaking of endings, they were able to the ending. They were able to tie everything up and still give you a really good cliffhanger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It lived up to the expectation of being like the final episode of that season. So yeah, favorite for sure.
I would say favorite too. I think that they delivered.
Okay, I changed my mind. You know what?
Trash. Yep, moving down the trash now. Thanks.
Wow.
All right, go ahead.
I think it's I put it in favorite. I think they delivered very well on it. It's going to tie in, well, in my opinion, tie in with the multiverse very well. What this has done is going to be on a grander scale in the movies, and it's a great series, great actors. Didn't miss a beat for me, so favorite for me.
Dark Side.
Yeah, I think I'm between favorite and good. It's a high end. It's obviously on the high end. It's on the top level. It's not my favorite of the batch where I think you were going, Creamcast. Is it one or is it multiple? For me, it is one. It is. So for me, it's good. So I'll be fine to be dissenting on this and just take the L here. But for me, it's good. Just because it doesn't measure up to what is the favorite, which we will all agree on, because the favorite, which we're about to talk about, functions on so many levels that I think that the Loki is a well-executed, fun popcorn like series, but the other one makes you think in ways that and want in ways that Loki never did. So I can't put him on the same pedestal. It doesn't fit for me. Very good, high end, but it's good. It's not a favorite for me for that reason.
And also, don't you remember like the Loki world?
Yeah,
with all the different Lokis
world.
And everything.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
we forgot about that. Yeah.
God damn, that was so
Loki
good.
world, that monster, that smoke monster thing.
Exactly.
I think I like that.
Alligator.
The classic vintage Loki.
Yeah, but see, that's all fun. That's all fun stuff. That's fun, that I enjoy, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I think that the competition for a favorite for me just outdoes this in many ways. That makes me really separate everything from it. So
we'll get into that.
Yeah, I can't put it on the same footing for me. This is just my argument.
Sure.
We'll
so your vote is good.
Mine is good. Mine is for good.
Mine is favorite. Creamcast, what is yours?
Favorite.
Favorite. Ed?
Favorite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's favorite.
I'm still on an agreement that I think once we finish this, I think we need to have favorite be just one. I think favorite.
Oh, favorite. Wait, are we doing just one?
No, I'm saying no. After we make our list, I think we should make an argument of which one is the favorite.
Okay.
Sure.
But I think honestly, it's not gonna be much of a conversation. Next one is Moon Knight.
Mm-hmm.
So
we just talked about it.
Trash.
Definitely.
Put it right in trash.
Actually, there's another one, another level under trash, which is Ed suggestions. So
yeah,
I'll
Ed
put that.
suggestions exactly.
False.
That's below.
It's called
Mine's
Linkin
top
Park.
tier.
That's the
Top
B
tier.
below trash.
Whoa. No, Linkin Park is a
Sonic,
great band.
it's in the same. It's in the same place as Sonic 2, Linkin Park.
Linkin Park's a great band. Sonic made a lot of money.
Sure.
Yeah, obviously it's gonna be favorite.
Yeah. I think this is. I don't think we even need to discuss this
for all the reasons. Yeah, we already discussed.
I just kind of discussed half my argument. We've been talking about it for 2-3 weeks. So
yeah.
Been all over this thing's dick. So let's just move on.
We've talked about it so much. I don't know if we should even go any deeper into it.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I have a fetish for old Egyptian gods at this point, and like Darkside said, we've been all over Moon Knight's dick for the past few weeks. So I think that's
you all, not me.
Exactly.
That's where I want to be.
Yeah, that Gator goddess can get it. So.
Yeah, she can get it. Her hair was bang. Damn,
it was good.
She had like at least like 50 inches on that head. So I mean, yeah, she was pretty fine. I never thought a Gator could be feminine, but goodness gracious. And
hey, great. We didn't talk about that Gator, but great. Another great voice actor that suited that character. Yeah, like I don't know who. I don't know. It's not a popular person, I don't think, but like the type of voice they picked really fit the character. I was like, really wow, this really fits really well.
Well, even with the hippo god, her voice and her voice and her reaction to things fit perfectly, because if she had like a hippo, I would think a hippo would sound like, if she sounded like an old god and being all giddy and so forth, it wouldn't have fit. But she did it.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been as cool.
Yeah,
there was a quick snippet of her making a hippo sound in the hospital.
Well, if you looked at the animation, her ears would shake flutter. Like a hippo's. Yeah, flutter. Thank you.
We didn't get a chance to talk about it, but this is one thing that really stood out to me in that last episode, is when they're Khonshu and Amit are fighting in their giant scale. That was such a cool, where you see them fighting in the background, and Mark and Harrow fighting in the foreground. It was just it's a cool shot, cool idea.
Could anyone else see them?
That's what I was just
good question. Very good question.
I was just about to ask that, because
I don't know.
We saw
I saw them move a car or a truck and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're causing destruction.
You can see the effects of them fighting, but I don't know if you can actually see them.
Yeah.
I don't think you can, because like Khonshu's sometimes standing around and people can't see him unless
he does something crazy.
So they probably just thought it was like a dust storm or something like that. So.
Well,
or maybe the followers of Amit could see Amit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, she did mark all of them, and then they were able to judge everybody. So yeah, maybe they were able to see her. I'm assuming when they were in that temple, the temple of the gods, that they could see her. So I'm assuming that but yeah, I was thinking about that too, Ed, where Harrow and Moon Knight are fighting and they crash into the city, and then like we see all the all the destruction from them happening. Like like it didn't seem like all those people are eating, and you see Khonshu and Amnet, massive. And these people are like not even paying attention. Like, oh man, these are just two people fighting, not these two giant alligator and a raven skull.
Yeah, it's not like Power Rangers where they just like stay in the same town and like just another Megazord battle. I mean, not every day you see a giant alligator and a skull bandage giant fighting in Egypt. So I
crocodile. It's a crocodile.
It's a crocodile. Yeah. Jeez.
Wow.
Shows how much he knows.
Know your zoology, bitch.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So next one is the Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
All right.
Now
go ahead take that right down to Trash Town, please.
Trash.
Trash. Bro.
For me, it's Trash Town.
It's not trash for me.
I would say mid.
I would say mid.
Yeah, mid. I can't. I'm gonna be honest. There's nothing worse. Yes, there's nothing worse than a WandaVision.
By the numbers.
Yeah, it's.
I like WandaVision.
You say you did. You what?
I like WandaVision. It's what started.
Do you think it's better than Falcon and Winter Soldier though?
No. I think it's better than. Well, we'll get to the other one, but
Okay.
It's good.
So hold on. You think which one do you think is better, Falcon and the Winter Soldier or WandaVision?
I would say on the same level.
Both bad.
I hate when you do this.
No, it's
no. Screw that bullshit. No. Which one?
That's what the ranking is
better.
Right now we got
whatever. I'm not gonna go into this because it's annoying. All right.
Right now we got
so
two
where
favorites.
are we putting?
All right. Well, I'll tell you this. I don't think any of these this is the scale we have here. I don't think Falcon and Winter Soldier is per se trash. Like it's watchable. Like it's a watchable series, and I had an okay time watching it. Now, comparatively speaking to other things on this list, we have a label called trash here. I'm not saying it's dog shit or anything. I'm just saying that comparatively to all the other things that they have put on the table and introduced and brought and made us think about, this doesn't move the
scale or
the
needle
for you.
It doesn't move the needle, and it doesn't move the piece on the game board in a direction other than Sam is Captain America now. That's it. Other than that,
I agree.
No, like nothing came out of this. Like,
things came out of it. We got two Captain Americas per se. We got a new agent of not Shield, but what's the other one? That the girl from Seinfeld, Elaine.
Oh, Contessa.
Yeah, so that's going to be part in the movie.
Yeah, but still.
What's her name? Who used to work with Shield is now a double agent for someone.
Peggy Carter.
Yeah,
not Peggy.
No,
Agent, but her
Sharon Carter.
Sharon Carter. There
you go.
Sharon Carter.
Her niece.
Yeah, and we got two. We got two soldiers out of this, and we got Winter Soldier.
Yeah, but
back.
like again, of the least interesting stuff you're describing to me,
this is better than Hawkeye. Better than Hawkeye.
No way. This is
no.
There's so much out of this.
No way. I'm putting this anywhere.
Okay, how about this?
How about
this? If it was on Christmas, you'd probably say it's better than Hawkeye.
No, because it would help. It would help, right? It would help. I don't even celebrate Christmas. I don't even know why I'm being like put in this position.
Like the whole Christmas.
I like
minutes
the idea. I like the idea of a holiday being the theme of like an action thing. And it's my love of Die Hard. It just comes from that.
I was literally going to say,
it's Die Hard.
It is what it is. It's like it's the comparison. Like it's the holiday theme, and you should get things that are uplifting and positive, and not like the Kingpin running around causing chaos. And that's why I like that idea.
We got a lot of uplifting and positive things in Winter Soldier.
I'm not doubting that.
It's better than Hawkeye. That's
the flag stompers were, or whatever, the flag trashers or whatever they are, horrible, terrible, bad guys that their plan made no sense.
Why are we out of the tier thing?
Because I want to see you guys. I want to see you guys talking about this. The tier is right here.
Look, it wasn't offensive.
The flag stompers are bad, but the jumpsuit, whatever, the jokesters or Tracksuit Mafia.
Don't get it wrong, bitch.
Wow. Yeah, but they're good.
The Tracksuit Mafia has personality. They're funny. They're like goofy. They're jokes. They're goofs.
They're meant to be.
They're bad at their job.
Yeah, if they face.
Yeah. Whereas the flag stoppers are like this. You're supposed to take them seriously, but they're like garbage. So they're like, what do you mean they're killing them?
They'll kill the Tracksuit Mafia, or whatever they're called.
Yeah, I'm not doubting they wouldn't kill them, but that's not what we're talking about here.
Because of course,
again, we're talking about how much we enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it more.
It's inoffensive. It wasn't bad and it wasn't good. It was, again, by the numbers, which makes it mid.
Yeah. It was by the numbers. Yeah. It didn't do anything. I didn't feel like it moved anything in any direction. At the end of 5 or 6 episodes, I didn't really get 5 or 6 episodes worth of content out of this.
We got a history-making moment of a African American Captain America.
That sequence was already implied at the end of Endgame. They could have just jumped to.
Now
there's nothing. Yeah, I know. They gave us this thing where I'm like, I didn't really need this. I knew he was going to be Captain America.
But we got this compared to some college student who can. Whatever. I just think the Winter Soldier is better than Hawkeye.
But I think,
I definitely disagree.
But Darkseid, to use your own judgment or your own metrics against you. Nothing
against
about
me. How dare you?
Nothing about Hawkeye moved forward.
It didn't want to. That was not the purpose of Hawkeye. It didn't come out the gate saying that, oh yeah, our villains are like the flag stompers, we're gonna change the world, or this big racial which I liked. There's one part of this that I like, the racial background of Captain America being an issue. I like that concept of it, but it's another one of those big social issues on its shoulder. Hawkeye was just like, hey, it's this guy. He's trying to get to his kids on Christmas, and like all these people are getting in his way. Like, there's a pizza dog there.
I got these presents, and I gotta make sure they don't blow up before I give them to my kids.
That's it.
Like on 20th Century Fox, a father tries to enjoy Christmas with his kids, but some bad guys come around.
Tonight on Fox.
Tonight on Fox. On 7.
Can he get to his kids without the presents blowing up? Stay tuned. 7 at Fox. That's kind of.
And you could put funny, like you could. Another thing I like about Hawkeye, you could put like a '90s laugh track on that thing. And it would be great.
I don't know. It'd be great.
I don't know about that.
Would watch that too, and I think it would make it even more funnier.
But I think
you could have set it in the Nakatomi Plaza,
Nakatomi Tower. That would be amazing.
Really?
I don't know why they didn't just put in a tower, anyways.
You know who also put laugh tracks on the series and it made it better? Cowboy Bebop. A YouTuber put a laugh track on Cowboy Bebop, 10 times better. But it worked with Hawkeye too. Maybe so. So maybe you are right, Darkseid.
So anyways,
that's fine.
That was the weirdest segue. So
Captain America.
Yeah,
mid.
I would say Falcon and Winter Soldier. It has to be mid. And the reason why I get Darkseid, you are against it was pushing narratives that didn't need to be pushed.
Easy.
Hold on, I don't.
Against a certain segment of people.
Easy. Don't make me get my other hat out.
I don't like it when things are pushed.
Your Punisher skull hat.
Hold on.
My Punisher, my red Punisher skull hat.
That sucks,
I don't like
man.
it when
they
things
co-opted
are
the Punisher logo
to us.
What you say, Dad?
I don't like it when things are pushed to us.
Talking about social issues here.
Pretty anything social. You know.
That's the only thing you care about. I wonder why you.
That is one of the main things.
Do you feel the social issues in this series were handled well? And there's a couple of them.
See, that's the thing. I think it was actually handled well. It wasn't like push in front of our face. They actually.
You like this flag stomper immigrant thing that we were talking about, Europe and everything?
I liked it when they brought in the first Black Captain America and how they did experiments on him and stuff like that, and the other people who are also African American, because there's an actual comic strip about that. So they actually brought that into the series, and I thought that was well written. Now, it wasn't pushed at us. If it was like pushed at us, then I'd be saying something different. But I think that was actually well.
What do you mean by pushed?
Like
shoved down your throat as well.
Yeah, shoved down your throat. That's what I mean.
MCU is what it's talking about.
MCU, yeah.
Oh, yes.
To quote
I still don't, because I don't want to get. I kind of want to get into this conversation, but I don't.
No, let's not get into it. Let's just rank the shows, please.
I'll say this: there was one part of Moon Knight I kind of said, "Oh, really?" Is when the little girl I forgot her name.
Yeah, are you superhero?
Take umbrage with.
You are such
take umbrage with.
I know he's like the biggest incel I've ever met. Like it's the simplest, sweetest little thing that Egyptians got nothing, and she's this one little girl is like, oh my god, I've seen the Avengers all over TV. Are you an Egyptian? She's like all happy about it, and Ed's like, fuck this.
They're pushing social.
This is a woman too.
No, I like her as I don't even know what her superhero name is or whatever. I like her.
Listen, she's an avatar.
Okay, an avatar. I like her as Avatar. I never say anything negative or whatever about her. But when they said that, I was like, oh come on, really?
What made you go, oh come on?
It's
the fact that the kid asked them.
Yeah.
What's so cheesy? Kids have that reaction to superheroes.
He nearly died.
Yeah, and she was saved by a freaking superhero.
Yeah,
superhero.
Yeah.
When things are blowing up, and I would have ran.
You saw how you
yeah,
answered.
You clearly don't have the integrity of a little girl.
I don't know.
You want it right away.
When he saw the Hardy Boys, he was kind of fangirling.
And nothing exploded there.
He got hard for the Hardy Boys.
Yeah, he did.
Wow.
He posted all on social media, and he was like,
"Oh, come on! You see the Hardy Boys? You got to post it."
So the thing is, you should better understand.
It's different. Things where like people were dying and stuff like that. Souls were being taken.
All right, so where do we stand here? Let's. I'm a little confused on what we're arguing here.
I'm tired of this.
It's just
we say mid.
So okay, again, can we go back to the tier here?
Let's go back to the tier.
I want to contextualize like what my thinking is. My thinking has always been all of these sequentially fit in some kind of order, top to bottom.
Right.
Now, obviously, we have 6 items here on a 5-tier scale. So this is why, for me, I guess it depends where you guys will want this to fit. For me, this is the bottom. However you want to put it together.
This is a tier
list.
Yeah, it's not a rank. Yeah, it's not a ranking.
I know, but we could create like the sixth tier that was completely in our control.
We could talk about it after.
Then it wouldn't be a tier. Then it'd just be a
rank
list. No, that's a rank list.
That's a rank list. Tier, it's like
okay. Can you add a 6th tier, please?
I'm not adding 6 tier. So at the end of the day, I say Captain America or Falcon Winter Soldier. I call it mid.
Mid.
Okay.
Mid. We got 2 mids.
Trashola.
Trash.
All right,
Ed. What do you got, Ed?
Oh, for what?
Oh my goodness. Okay,
so I was looking at the thing.
Skip it. Right, so it's not relevant.
So it's mid. All right.
Okay.
So last one is What If.
Trash.
What If? Okay.
I would put What If. Well, Ed says it's trash. Why would you say it's trash, Ed?
Every episode except for the 2.
Did you actually watch all of them?
Yes. So I didn't like them all except for the 2.
Did he though?
Yes, I did. And I didn't like them. Only liked.
I believe he was forced to watch this because we told him to.
Yeah.
But I watched it.
And did I just hear you say every episode except 2? Then that's not every episode. You meant most episodes except
all the episodes except for 2.
It's not 2. It's actually 3.
It wouldn't be every episode there are. So out of all the episodes, I only like 2. How about that?
That's better.
And you saw all of them.
Makes more sense. Yeah.
You saw all of them.
Yes, and it was Doctor Strange and the last episode.
No, it's the 2. It's a 2-parter. So you're wrong again.
2-parter, right?
I think he's talking about
last episode.
It's 3 episodes.
Well, I think he's saying. I think he means by the last episode where Strange actually shows up. Strange didn't show up until. Wait, he showed up in the last 2 or the last one?
He's in the last 2. He's in the last 2.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
So 3 episodes.
So
yeah.
All right. So I have a 8 episode series. I had only like 3. Cool. So Ed, where would you rank it? Trash. Okay. All right. Green Turn, Dark Side. What do you guys rank? Mid. Oh. Okay. Dark Side. What about you?
I would put it in.
I'll bring it back up.
Do. You
haven't revealed yours, Creamcast?
I haven't revealed.
No.
Bitch, you decisive bitch. God damn you.
I'll reveal it. I will play as mid.
All right.
So 2 mid.
So that's it. It doesn't matter really what I say.
No, because if you put it as trash with Ed.
Well, you still gotta say your opinion.
I could tie it with that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
mid, definitely mid then.
Okay, then so
what?
I'm so excited about the trash option.
Yeah, he is not going to give Ed the satisfaction.
Even though I'm right, but go on.
Look, okay, this is why I wouldn't put it at trash. I think I share Ed's feelings a little bit. That a couple of the episodes, they're not that great, but the ones that are good, god damn, do they stand out. The Doctor Strange ones. Hey, how many? I was talking to another friend today saying that, hey, we're going to watch Multiverse of Madness. We got to watch that Doctor Strange episode and the 2 other episodes before this, because that's how integral it is, for that whole friggin' movie coming out. So they might not be all gems in the What If catalog here, but they're essential.
Definitely were not all gems, but they had some really interesting
high highs and low lows.
Yes, high highs and low lows. Like even the zombies wasn't anything too crazy, but it was still I liked it.
But the thing is,
I did too.
But I mean, I think if we go back in time, right, and we go back to when we were much younger, like 6 months ago, on the Blurb podcast, we talked about the implications of what if, and could the Multiverse of Madness be a great stepping stone? Would it be a great stepping stone for the Multiverse of Madness? I think that we are forgetting, how excited we were when we were watching it initially. Now there were some meh episodes in What If, but it spurred a lot of conversation of what could happen in the Multiverse of Madness, and I think that we are giving it a huge disservice by just saying like trash, because we definitely talked about it more and we're more excited about it than WandaVision, that's for sure. And the implications of, we were wondering like, hey, maybe Marvel zombies can be a thing. I mean, from the trailers, we saw like possible glimpses of Marvel zombies, things that we assumed would never possibly happen in the multiverse, were things that we got to see in not necessarily live action, but in animated form. And I think that ultimately, What If? Once again, this is not a this is not a ranking list. This is a tier list. What If wasn't horrible, and to be fair, with the bad episode, or I'll say the medium mid episodes, with the good episodes, I think there were more mid episodes than really good episodes. But at the same time, the conversations that were had were quality, and the theories that we had out there were quality. So with that being said, I think What If is honestly mid to, I would say maybe good. I think it's more on the mid side, but I think out of all these series that we've discussed so far, What If and WandaVision have the biggest implications for Multiverse of Madness, which we're talking about, next week. So I think that you gotta give What If a little bit more respect than trash. That's just why I'm fighting for it.
Like trash would be, it's not a Netflix show, but from what I've gathered and the few episodes I watch, would have been something like Iron Fist.
Or like Sonic 2. Like, it would have been one of those. And
or Sonic 2.
Sonic 2 was good.
Yeah, it would be like Sonic 2. And then I'll be like,
I don't see What If having a movie. So, hey.
Yeah, it is getting a movie. You're about to watch it tomorrow.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
I don't see the word What If in there. I see the word Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, not What If.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, sure.
So,
I still firmly stand by my trash label for Falcon Winter Soldier. I don't think it's good.
You don't think it's good? Well, it's not good.
I think it's the most televisual of the whole batch, and it's the most like this could have been on ABC. It didn't need to be on Disney Plus. Kind of idea.
Wow.
Yeah, I really don't.
Why don't you just say you don't like black people?
Yeah.
You just don't want to see a black person as Captain America. That's all.
I thought that was implied, but okay.
Sure. I mean, you've already said several comments thus far that have made me kind of look at you side eye. Like you talk about Hawkeye. You said Hawkeye was actually during Ramadan. That you would give it a favorite superior over all the movies.
Two goes way up.
Read between the lines. Read between the lines.
Darkseid loves his Captain America blonde, blue-eyed, when pearly white skin. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anything.
Who celebrates Ramadan, and but hey, whatever you want, Syed. Darkseid, geez, that's 2 times.
So we're basically looking at this tier list. We're basically saying nothing is trash.
Nothing has been trash.
I said things are trash.
Okay.
I don't think nothing's been trash, honestly.
Just because the option exists doesn't mean you have to use it.
Yeah, like
I feel as though the option exists in comparison with everything else. Something occupies it.
Okay, I mean, if we had to put one movie in here,
we're holding that rule for the first one here, which we all said that.
If we were gonna put something in trash, it would be
Hawkeye.
For me, it'd be
WandaVision.
Hawkeye.
WandaVision.
Okay.
WandaVision for sure.
Hawkeye.
Wait a minute. This is some kind of majority rule situation happening here.
Yeah.
Oh, Bandito Max is Hawkeye too.
Oh, he doesn't get a say.
Yeah.
Wow.
because I mean, I'm sorry, his opinion is wrong. This is
I think his opinion is very right. But go on.
I mean, but Ed, the only reason you don't like it because you don't like women. So that's
I like women. I just don't like Kate Bishop.
Ed, you just said that you take a pounding often. So
no, I give.
Yeah.
I
no,
give.
you say you get.
I'm a giver.
No, you're not.
No,
I'm definitely a giver.
No.
So okay, so right now, how as it stands, is favorites are Loki and Moon Knight, which is pretty, I think, pretty across the board for most people. Good we have as Hawkeye. Mid we have Falcon and Winter Soldier and What If, and then bad being WandaVision. So really quick then, because we're going on 2.5 hours at this point.
Oh damn! All right,
we're killing that. We really love Marvel movies apparently. All right, so if I had to choose one as bad, right? I would say WandaVision. Personally, I think WandaVision was the worst. If I had, let's do a ranking, real quick ranking. If you had to do,
okay,
top 6, I would say Moon Knight number 1.
Yep.
Yes.
Loki
yes.
2.
Yep.
Yes.
I would say Hawkeye 3.
Mm-hmm.
I would say
no.
What If 4.
Yes.
Falcon and Winter Soldier 5 and WandaVision 6.
Yes.
I disagree on the bottom 2, but I'll take it.
Okay.
I'll take it.
Okay.
I'll take it.
Okay.
I disagree in a few things.
Well, majority rule. So
Green Turn, what you think?
Simpatico with you.
Okay.
The 100% that would have been my list.
Okay. And then Ed Underground, what will be your list?
My list would be Moonlight top, Loki second, Winter Soldier third, WandaVision fourth. Trying to think what else was there.
What If and Hawkeye.
What If, and then Hawkeye.
Oh damn.
Okay. You know, I don't agree with that, but hey, you know, it's all good.
And Dark Side is pretty much the same except for the last two, right?
Last two. You would switch out. You would switch out.
Winter Soldier would be the worst.
Yeah. Would be the worst.
Yeah.
Okay.
Winter Soldier is the bottom. Worst of that batch. Not necessarily does need to be trash, but it belongs on the bottom of a list.
Yeah, like I said, none of these movies. I mean, none of these series are trash. Let's just to reiterate that it's not.
That's
trash.
why I didn't want to put it like in the tier in trash because there's nothing that's really trash.
Yeah, it's nothing in trash. Even if I agree that Falcon and Winter Soldier was bad, I mean, there are some parts that were very boring. I'm not gonna lie. But overall, it was cool enough to see like the fake. A fake Captain America who's willing to kill and everything else.
I like U.S. Agent. He's a cool addition.
Yeah, exactly. Really dope. It's just there's certain parts that are boring, and I understand the whole flag stompers thing because of the whole blip situation, and it's just like, all right, is it really that big of a deal? Like, I mean, in their world, it is. I mean, I feel like in the real world, it shouldn't be like, hey, you know, I come back and you know. My house should be my house. Like, fuck you, get out my house. But you know, I understand in that world it is what it is. But I would say Marvel they don't really have any actual trash shows. The bad shows are just, I mean, they're just slow. Could I watch them again? Sure. Will I necessarily enjoy it 100%? No. But I would honestly say Falcon and Winter Soldier, would I want to watch it? Nah. So that's why I say Falcon and Winter Soldier is between mid and bad for me. Hawkeye, and I think the one thing I think this list is kind of other than the favorites, this list can be interchangeable because there's things in Hawkeye that I thought was boring, like bad, like the Kate Bishop. I hate Kate Bishop.
Oh yeah.
But I love Florence Pugh. I love Jeremy Renner. I love the Tracksuit Mafia and so forth. So there are things that I like in each one and things I don't like, except for the favorites. The favorites, I think I like everything about it. I don't think there's anything I dislike about them. So I think that's kind of where it stands, but where I stand at least. But I think this list is not bad. I think this is a pretty solid list overall.
Yeah.
Sure. I'll take it.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, Ed doesn't like it because he thinks of social issues and women, and he.
Whoa! I gave Winter Soldier a higher tier than Hawkeye.
Yeah, because this black.
No,
yeah.
No,
bias there.
Yeah,
no.
I don't know why you would have a bias, but you have a bias.
No, it's not that at all. It's not that at all.
Well,
nope.
Anyhow, All right, guys. Well, we've been going on for 2.5 hours at this point.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap it up.
Our video editor is gonna have our podcast editor is gonna have a hard time.
Oh yeah.
So,
come on, Eduardo.
Look forward to our next episode. Multiverse of Madness.
Multiverse of Madness for sure.
Yes, for sure.
I think that'll be pretty dope. Super excited about it. No spoilers, guys, in the chat until Monday. Then
don't you worry. I'm gonna be just spoiling the fuck out of it.
Well, you guys all tried to spoil Spider-Man for me.
And it worked.
It did. It worked because I believe.
Even though it was a fake spoil.
It was a fake spoil. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, man, I'm not gonna lie. I was ready to murder all of you guys. But yeah, Multiverse of Madness. I did see, unfortunately, a scoring from IGN about it.
I also did see it.
Yeah,
I'll probably see it by accident again.
It does not. Honestly, it did not.
It didn't faze me.
Where they put it is about where I thought it would be.
Yeah, and I read the description because it was spoiler free. The description, they say why they gave it the 7 doesn't mean that's not a great movie. What? Did I say it?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, okay, whatever. It's a 7.
Oh my god.
It's a number. It's not gonna. They gave it 7.
I still don't want to.
Oh, too bad. It's
too spoilers. Bad. It's a 7.
It's a 7. Yeah, girl.
Big old 7.
Yeah.
Lucky number 7.
7. Yeah, but
7 out of 10.
Yeah, but what they gave the 7 for it was no spoilers.
I don't want to know why either.
I'm not.
I did not want to score.
I
didn't not know. You better be.
Hey, Ed. What if I told you? What if I told you? What if I told you it's 7 points?
Quiet. Wait, I don't even know what you said. I don't even want to hear it now.
Anyways,
let's go.
Anyways,
ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 46. Not a 7, a 46.
Yeah, it's about to be 47. IGN 47.
Oh,
IGN 47.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 46 of the Blurred Podcast. You can find us on all major platforms. And you can also talk with us live at twitch.tv/the Blurred Podcast. Don't spoil anything, or we're going to blur you out of existence like that.
I give this episode a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, this episode was definitely a 7 out of 10. I think I have the 4 panelists. 3 of us are definitely favorites, and 1 is definitely mid. So
mid for sure.
Yeah,
wait, that doesn't make any sense because it's only there's not 3 of me. It's only 1. So you guys, yeah, unless you're all like 1, unless you're like Steven, Mark, and Jake. So yeah, you're a 1 person. So you're a mid. Very good.
He's got us. He's got us.
Wow, man, that was a stretch. Anyhow, all right, guys, blur you later.
Blur you later.
Blur you later.